champions, champions of Europe finally. History made in Istanbul. The treble complete.
History makers. For the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Typical City, another watch-along Premier League football, and it's Southampton. And Pep's made some changes, big changes from Pep Guardiola, aggressive to be honest, and I'm a little bit surprised at some of them. We're going to be talking about that in a minute because, I mean, FA Cup final round the corner, I kind of get it, I see what he's doing, resting players, but bringing in Haaland, if you are focusing on rest and looking at the likes of Nico O'Reilly, who I said in my preview, he's got himself a Player of the Month award, and Pep always drops Player of the Month. I was joking when I said it. I was joking. He's gone and done it. Pep, what's he up to? Bloody Pep. I love you, mate. I love you, mate. But he does some wild things sometimes, doesn't he? I mean, we need the 3 points today. And I mean, it's not about catching Arsenal, really. It'll be lovely. It'll be lovely. It'll be delicious. It'll be scrum-diddly-umptious if we could catch Arsenal, it really would. But we've got to make sure we get into this top 5. And no silliness now. No silliness just because we've got an FA Cup final around the corner. But we need to take this very, very seriously, even though they're relegated. He's kind of treating it like a cup tie with a team that he fully expects to beat, you know. And that's a little bordering on arrogance. Confidence, maybe, but a little bit on the arrogant side. But how's everyone doing? First of all, good to see everybody in the chat. Hope you're all taking care of yourselves and looking after yourselves as best as possible. Where's everyone watching as well? I love finding this out. Where's you guys watching from? What part of the world are you tuning in from? But Church was in here nice and early, mate. What have you gone for? This is going to be a typical City game where we lose or draw against the Premier League detritus. What is that? Detritus? I need to Google that, mate. After hard game, 6-0 to the Sky Blue juggernaut. Come on, Blues. Good to see you, Church, mate. 5-0 City, James has gone for. Alaric's gone, hoping to see Echeverri and Haaland play. Could be epic. The hype around Echeverri is massive, isn't it? It's absolutely massive, and we're just not seeing him whatsoever. And he's not on the bench either today. He travelled with the squad, was reports before the game. This morning, apparently, he was on his way down to Southampton. Not on the bench, though. So, Pep's doing his thing again, you know. Typical Pep. Hello, Jonny. Hello, everyone. Today, I suggest we all join the church. 6-0, says Phil, in the superlative City. There we go. We're getting into the swing of it, Phil. We will next season emerge renaissance and win back our crown. Blue Moon, Phil. Good to see you, Phil, mate. Charles, good to see you. Southampton always has been half a City. They did. In our treble winning season, they bloody beat us, didn't they? Who remembers that? Do you remember that? In the treble winning season, it was a Carabao Cup tie, wasn't it? It was like one of the worst performances of the season, by far the worst performance of the season. And it was a bad day at the office for Manchester City that day. So we have gone there and struggled on occasions. You're absolutely right, but we must get this, he says. Maybe stat pad to catch up with Arsenal's goal difference. They will lose their heads if they finish third, mate. Honestly, it'd be so good, man. It would be so good. Adriano, how you doing, mate? Yo, Johnny, how are you? And I'm good, mate. How are you? And I think this is one that we can trust Churches. Church, mate, you've started a trend here, Church. Everyone's going for incredibly descriptive words and excessively convoluted descriptions and adjectives that you've inspired people, Church, as well as the 6-0 prediction, mate. So it's good to see. SVG, how are you, mate? Lineup's not even released, but I know for a fact Kovacic isn't starting. Yeah, man. He is. He is. That was an absolute howler. That I forgot all about that. Again, we're not doing that again. We're not doing that. We spent the whole fucking preview before the game even started talking about what a moron I was the week before. John Rowland, how are you, mate? With Wirtz over, why not Paquetá? He has not been charged or banned. I fallen out of love with Paquetá a little bit. I do wonder if he'd play better in a side like City, for example, or whether he's had his feelings hurt by what's gone on. The fact that he got accused of something, maybe that wasn't true, and he's just feeling a bit sorry for himself. But ever since that, the allegations, the betting scandal, he's not been the same player. He's not delivered for West Ham. So I'm a little bit concerned that we were going to spend 80 million for him, because that was the reported fee. Right now, he doesn't look anything near an £80 million player. But it's hard to say because Pep has a way of turning these players into superstars. But I mean, it's hard to say. Like I said, it's going to be a difficult one to presume what level he could go to now that he seems to be stuck at West Ham. You know, considering the allegations, mate. But maybe I do think there's better players out there for me. I'd like to be looking at. I know Xavi Simons isn't everyone's favourite player, but I think City are going to be looking at him. I have that feeling. I said we weren't going to get Wirtz. I don't know why. It was just a hunch. My instincts are normally reasonably good, to be honest, with these things, especially when you listen to the right people. Not that I'm in the know, by the way. I'm certainly not in the know, but you listen to the people that have got a proven track record of getting it right. And the names that were saying Wirtz is more likely to join Bayern Munich compared to the names that were saying he's more likely to join City, it was starting to become a bit of a night and day situation. And I felt like it's not happening, this. It still might happen, by the way, so you never know. But I just feel like he's on his way to Bayern Munich, and he's always had that. He's always shown, any sort of interviews been about, I'm a German, you know, I want to stay in Germany. I'm a big fan of German football, and I want to stay here. And so I would have, as time progressed with Wirtz, I got more and more into the way of thinking that he's on his way to Bayern Munich and not City. And I think we need to get over it now. I think we need to move on. And I think City must have moved on. I think City will know full well whether they're going to get him or not at this point. And there will already be another player that's just waiting to sign for the club. Whether it's Xavi Simons or Morgan Gibbs-White. If it's Morgan Gibbs-White instead of Wirtz, it needs to be Morgan Gibbs-White as well as someone for me. And I think a lot of City fans will agree with me that Morgan Gibbs-White is a good player, but he isn't, you know, he's not a Wirtz. He's not even a Xavi Simons. He's nowhere near that level. So to target Morgan Gibbs-White as in that same bracket of players for me is concerning. That the standard drops dramatically. It's like Wirtz and then Xavi Simons and then to Morgan Gibbs-White. And now that's disrespectful to Morgan Gibbs-White, especially the fart noise. The fart noise was extremely disrespectful. But he's a good player. But there's a fart noise of a gap between Xavi Simons and Morgan Gibbs-White. I'm sorry, but there is. Michino, how are you doing? Come on, City. Lucian's gone for a 4-1 City. RG Sneaks is gone. I'm going 4-0 Haaland brace. Ooh, I'd love a Haaland goal because he's back as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. Gavala, Paquetá will be banned in due course. Really, mate, that'd be bad news for everyone, really. I feel that's sad. And his form this season is shocking. I think he's not been great, yeah. One thing I'll never question about Paquetá, quickly going over him again, is effort. He works his socks off for me. He works his socks off. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button in the below, the like button, the big thumbs up, that thing that's doing that at you underneath. Hit that button and it massively helps. Massively helps. Mr. Reptiles, gone 2-0. True Blue, Pep made a lot of changes. He has. Isa, good to see you, mate. 6-0, 5-0, 4-0. These are the predictions I love to see. I'll go 5-1. Conceding first, obviously. Come on, City. Apparently, Southampton have got the worst side this season for conceding and then still losing. So they've had the most leads overturned this season, Southampton, I believe. So, yeah, it's a very realistic possibility. But they're looking to avoid having the worst record ever, or equaling the worst record ever in terms of points this season, because they are currently sat on 11 points at the bottom of the table. And with that in mind, the Derby finished in 2008. Derby County finished with 11 points. There's still 3 games to go, so they need to get one more point, and they avoid tying and equaling Derby's record of being the worst points tally in a Premier League season, which is 11 points. 11 points in a Premier League season is a shocking amount of points. I knew they were doing badly, but I must admit I've kind of slept on the relegation zone a little bit, because it kind of like materialised as to who was going down quite early into the season. So I properly disregarded it, and I never properly did the maths and looked at the numbers. And I realised only in the last couple of weeks, when I realised Southampton are on the horizon, how badly they've been doing this season, because the gap between them who's above them? It's Leicester above them, isn't it? And then Ipswich above them, I think. But the gap between them is like 10, 11 points. You know, so they've been far and away the worst side in this Premier League campaign, as well as the fact that they could one more loss and they would equal the record for the most amount of losses ever in a Premier League season. So it's points and losses they want to avoid. Alex has gone 2-0 Haaland. Adrian, good to see you. Gvardiol at right back. Pretty sure he's going to be left back. But yeah, he's definitely playing. He's moved from centre back though. That's the point you were making. 100% he has, by the looks of it, with Akanji playing. Who, you know, I feel like Akanji's just, I don't know. He's gone from a player that was never really respected enough for me from City fans. I think City fans just looked at him and thought, he's just like, you know, he does his job. And, you know, like he never really got appreciated. Then he sort of went off the boil a little bit this season. Then people were like, Akanji, get him out, get him out. And then he's had big injuries this season where he's been out for quite some time this season, hasn't he? And now he's back. You're hoping it just doesn't disrupt that back four that seems so settled. You know, the only real change we've seen is Lewis coming in for Nunes. And that was a game, it wasn't Wolves, was it? I don't think it was Wolves, no, because Nunes started that game. It was the previous home game before that. Was it Palace? I think it might have been Palace. And he played really well, Rico Lewis. So it didn't disrupt the back four whatsoever. But it's been Diaz, Gvardiol with Nico O'Reilly. And it's just worked. And I did feel like Pep might be having a think about Nico O'Reilly because he's played a lot of football lately. Maybe he's resting him for the FA Cup final. That's maybe a logic. But he hooked him in the previous game. I think it was against Wolves, really early into that second half. And he wasn't having a good game, Nico O'Reilly. So I hope Pep's not just like, right, that's it, you're hooked off and you're not playing the next game either. It's pretty harsh from Pep. I mean, the standards are high at this club, but I mean, that's brutal. You know, he's had a bad first half against Wolves. And then, I'm hoping it was tactical, but he's not playing him in this game either, so odd. Martin, Haaland hat-trick, would love to see it, mate. SRP, back to Haaland ball. Yeah, I hope it works, mate, because I'm surprised there's no Marmouche either. Juristan says, come on, Blues. Tiny Space Red, good to see you, mate. Nicholas as well. And many more, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, let's keep chatting throughout the game, but let's get the starting 11 out because Foden starts, McAtee starts. What's everyone's opinions on McAtee? I would love to see McAtee blossom into a genuine Man City level player. Do you know what I mean? Man City level player. Is it lagging? I hope it's not lagging. Is it lagging for anyone? Let us know if it's lagging for anyone else. Lucian, I apologise, mate, if it's lagging for you. Shut down and reboot it, mate. That's my advice. Reboot it. But, yeah, McAtee for me. See, McAtee is amazing. Nah, says Scout 2. I like McAtee, just needs confidence in front of goal. I agree with yeah, he does miss some big ones, doesn't he, Danny? I agree. It is lagging. Is it really? Oh, no. Let's have a look. See... Stream settings. Let's have a look at my analytics. It says excellent connection here, so I don't know what it is. No lag for you. No lag for you. No lag here. Good for you. You rebooted your phone for this banter, mate. Apologies, mate. I don't know what to suggest. It says it's working fine here. It's you. It's your end. I'm going to blame you. So I've got to crack on. So it's not lagging for most people by the looks of it. Good. But I'm sorry, banter, mate, and sort it out if you can, mate. So, unplug your router. I do that all the time, man. Pissing about with the bloody internet. Sick of it. So annoying, innit? Internet. First world problems, eh? Proper. Like, internet. Southampton have made some changes as well, which I think is interesting because they've changed both wing-backs. Both wing-backs have been changed, with James Bree coming in for Walker-Peters and the Brazilian 24-year-old Wellington coming in at left wing-back for Manning, which I think is... I'm wondering why. I'm not knowledgeable enough on these two players to suggest why. But I do think it's interesting that he's done both sides of the pitch. I think there's maybe some logic that he sees a weakness maybe on City's flanks, and... yeah, there's definitely a weakness there. We definitely expose ourselves in the outside channels when we come forward, especially with our fullbacks. But the facts are that we have changed the fullbacks. We've gone Gvardiol and Rico Lewis. So, again, going to be interesting to see what Pep does. Whether Rico Lewis inverts as well today is going to be interesting to see if he tucks into that midfield position. Because what Never. Always, always. It's literally a trademark on this channel. Whenever I point that way, it's never the City team. Never the City team. But the what I've done with the 11 is Kovacic. Is Kovacic playing? No, we're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. He's playing. Kovacic and Bernardo. There you go. Kovacic and Bernardo Silva, right? I think Silva will push forward more often than not and get alongside Kevin De Bruyne, and then could see Lewis tucking inside and coming in alongside Kovacic. Alternatively, you could see the 4-2-2 system. And I think there could be a genuinely different system here that's not the 4-2-3-1 system that was on the screen a minute ago. I think you could see the same two in front of the back four with Kovacic and Bernardo Silva. Then in front of them, Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden, who will pop in and out of being a little bit wider than tucking inside to allow the overlaps of Vardiol down the left and Lewis down the right. And then up front, together, McAtee and Haaland. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. McAtee playing close to Haaland centrally. I think that's a real possibility that we could see today, and have that 4-2-2-2 system. The penis system, I like to call it. It's very phallic shaped. Everything has to be bloody sexualised, doesn't it? Everything. We're talking football. Why a penis has got to come into it, Johnny? Why? There's no need. Absolutely no need whatsoever. Gramsy, mate, thank you very much for becoming a typical City supporter. There's no refunds, I'm afraid, mate. No refunds. Just after that comment as well. It's like, fucking hell, the guy's talking about penises. I've just become a member. Fuck's sake. Member, see what I mean? See what I mean? You can't escape it. You can't escape it. It's there everywhere. It's there everywhere. Big up to you, Gramsy. Massively appreciate that. I'll, yeah, bear with me 1 second. Anyway, starting 11 is interesting from Pep Guardiola. Diaz and Akanji. I'm looking forward to seeing Akanji, actually, you know. I'm excited to see him back. I hope he doesn't have a bad game or any sort of game where we can get on his back. I want him to have a nice, solid game. It's a reasonably good game to play him in because we're playing bottom of the league. He's come on in the last 3 or 4 games with probably 5-10 minutes to go to see out games that we're winning. I think he came on against Wolves. I'm pretty sure he came on against Palace as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he starts this game. But what Pep's doing for the FA Cup final, you're hoping it's not a crazy sort of system that he goes with in the FA Cup final with Palace. Because we had the warm-up game, didn't we? It's going to be interesting to see what Oliver Glasner does against Pep Guardiola, because he too will have seen things from the Pep Guardiola side that beat him 5-2, wasn't it? 5-2. They'll have both seen things from each other, and it's going to be interesting to see how the two managers, knowing that they played each other so recently. And I always find that fascinating when the game happens recently, within a couple of months. And the two managers are going to be locking horns once again, but this time at Wembley. And I'm hoping it becomes more of an emotional battle rather than a tactical battle, because I think we'll win that. Because of the experience of the players, and the players having an understanding of Wembley, the atmosphere. We've been there so many times, playing those experienced heads, as much as City fans have had a problem with that this season. When you're going into a cup final, the experience is so valuable. So valuable, and there's none of that panicking like we've never been here before sort of feelings. The uncertainty of going into an FA Cup final for Palace will be there. It'll be evidently there with so many of their players probably never have even playing at Wembley before. So, yeah, obviously you've got Eze, who will probably have played with England, of course. But, yeah, it's true. I don't know why I just picked on that. I'm just calling me a knobhead. Love it, mate. Which order? Cover, Barry, De Jong and Milner. Oh, I enjoy that question. I enjoy that question. I do, Gramsy. I do, man. Lucian, mate, I apologise, mate, if it's not working for you. It seems to be working fine. Am I lagging? Am I all like laggy? Sorry, mate. I apologise, mate. It seems to be working for other people. But yeah, sorry about that, mate. But yeah, big question from Gramsy. Cover, Barry, De Jong and Milner. That's tough, man. That's a real tough one. Because I loved Gareth Barry. Gazbaz. Good old Gazabaza. He was properly underrated. I'm going to go, because there's an emotional factor in there as well, because I don't like James Milner anymore. Because he left with a bit of mouth, didn't he? He had a few interviews on his way out, or when he joined Liverpool, he had a few interviews and said some negative stuff about the club and stuff about certain players, and the atmosphere at City was money orientated in the changing rooms, and players were more bothered about what watches they wear. I'm sure I remember something along those lines where Milner was like players comparing watches and things, whereas at Liverpool we're all focused on the football. Do you know what I mean? He said some shit, Milner, and a lot of City fans lost respect for him, me being one of them. So as a player though, he was good, man. He was so reliable, wasn't he, in his peak? Very, very reliable. He scored a reasonable amount of goals against United, if I remember rightly. Scored one at Old Trafford as well. But so did Gareth Barry. He scored at Old Trafford. I remember, was it Foster who came out when Carlos Tevez closed down Foster because he was pissing about with it outside the penalty area? Tevez took it off Foster and laid it off to Gareth Barry, who put it into an empty net. I think I made it 1-0, and that was the 4-3 with Michael Owen, I think it was. That was the worst derby, but the best derby at the same time. In terms of entertainment, like from a neutral perspective, one of the best derbies, Manchester derbies ever. That was, wasn't it? But from a City point of view, the way it ended was so brutal, man. So brutal. But I'm going to go Gareth Barry, number 1 for me. Second place, De Jong. Third place, Kovacic. Fourth place, Milner. And I've been a bit harsh on Milner there because I think Kovacic hasn't done that much in a City shirt. But he scored some decent goals this season. You know, important goals to get us into the top 5. But yeah, I think Gareth Barry's my favourite, mate. Lingered on that question for a long time, but I enjoyed it, mate. I enjoyed it. Sorry, mate. Sorry, guys. It's lagging. I'm going to have to crack on, and hopefully you guys can fix it. If you're watching on your phone, turn off Wi-Fi. Try and watch it on your network or 4G or whatever it is you guys have around your area. Other than that, I apologise. But yeah, Tyler Dibbling as well is playing for Southampton. I think that's an interesting point because it was 100 million, the price tag he was given this season. 100 million. Mate. Man, 100 million. Hey, I remember coming here at the end of the season when we needed the 100 points. Gabriel Jesus getting that last minute. And I missed the game as well. I wanted to go to that game as well, and I missed that game because I went on a stag do. I was in where was I? I think I was in Berlin on a stag do, watching it with a group of United fans. So good. In the pub with like 5 United fans. And watching that goal go in, and it's just like, don't you love scoring when you're the minority? When you're the one guy with your mates and they're all fucking rags. If you've ever been in that situation and then you score, it's so sweet to just like jump on all their heads and go, fucking swear, have someone like you bastards. Love it. Absolutely love it. Good to see you, Mullet. How are you doing, mate? Good to see you. I hope your mum's all right as well. How's your mum? Hope your mum's doing all right. That wasn't... Some people who don't know, that sounds derogatory, but I genuinely hope your mum's doing all right, mate. Glad it's not like lagging for you either. Good to see you as well, Timmy. Predictions, Captain Kringles. What did I go with? I went 3-0. I'm going to go with 3-0 City. Now Haaland's playing. I'm going to go... I think someone said before Haaland brace. I'm going to go Haaland brace. 2 goals for Haaland, I reckon. He is good, isn't he, Phil? But not worth 100 mil. Not worth 100 mil. It's ridiculous. It's just these owners now who just realise they've got a decent player on their hands, realising the British and going, yeah, fuck it, 100 million. If you want him, 100 million, because we know we've got some talent. Nah, it's just not worth it. Teams coming out as well. What did everyone think about my goalkeeping video as well? Because I was surprised myself. I went on a path to see what's going on with the goalkeepers. And I had no agenda before starting that video. The video was going to become whatever it became, as it always does, to be fair. I wanted to discover things and then report them in a video. And I wasn't expecting Edison to come out with the numbers that he came out with. I really wasn't, because it does feel like he's not had that good a season. But he's still way above Ortega statistically, and he's above our targets as well in Costa, Chevalier and Trubin as well. He's above them all. Edison. So it's like, guys, I think we should be trying to sign him up to a new contract because I think he's been a little bit disrespected. And that stat that I showed you as well is a big one, the PSXG, post-shot XG. That's so important in goalkeeping as well, and it just negates the save percentage because save percentage doesn't take into consideration how difficult the shot was. And I think that's important when you're talking about how good you are at shot stopping. And Edison actually was low in that department, by the way, wasn't he? So I think Costa was just a bit below him as well, but Chevalier and Trubin were way above Edison in terms of shot stopping. So while people have a problem with Edison's shot stopping, they're not wrong because the stats there weren't great. But I couldn't believe Alisson. That's what blew me away. He had 0.01. He was worse than Edison. And Alisson's meant to be this worldie of a goalkeeper. I think it's one statistic that we don't see, and there was nothing to do with it, is one-on-ones. There's no. I hope there is. I'd love to find it if there's metrics out there for one-on-one situations, because I think that should take into consideration post-shot XG though. So I don't see why it wouldn't. But how often do you face a one-on-one? But Alisson, for me, mate, he's big, isn't he? He's a big guy, and he often doesn't fall for that little dink. He often looks like he's about to go down, and players look like they go and dink it, and then he just stands up again and it hits his chest or shoulder, or he gets a big arm in the way. And I think that's Alisson's strong point for me. But I do think he's slightly overrated. I do. Ryan, how you doing, mate? Thank you for the super chat, mate. Really kind. Best thing about being the only City fan in this United... Oh, of course, mate. Yeah, mate, you must love it, mate. I love those sort of feelings. United bar a go-to. Feels good celebrating in their face. Goalkeeping video was awesome. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. I want to come to that bar with you, mate. I do. It's fun, man. Winding up United fans. It's easily done nowadays as well. But, you know what I can't be doing with is City not winning the FA Cup final and then United go on and win the Europa League. That would be like, what the fuck? And I can fully see United winning the Europa League final. I know it's against Spurs, and for me, I would say that's quite 50-50, that game in the Europa League final. I can't really call it. I think it genuinely could go either way, because if United play like they did in the first half against Bilbao at Old Trafford, then I think Spurs will beat them. But it depends on which Spurs turn up as well, because I think they've been so bad at times this season, just like United. I can't call it. But I hate to say it, people. If we go and win an FA Cup, let's talk about City first of all, because that's what big clubs do. In bad seasons, they still win things. They still pick up silverware. If we go and win an FA Cup, then it's proof that we are a big club and we have that winning mentality, like in the DNA of this football club right now. Game's about to get underway. You may be a little bit ahead of me today, because don't forget this is a 3 o'clock kickoff. So I am streaming it. Big up to Jeff. Jeff, if you're in the chat, mate, massive respect and love to you, my friend. But yeah, I might be a bit behind. You guys might have kicked off already, because I am streaming it rather than being games underway, but rather than watching it live from space, from the moon. Don't know, how do they do it? Sky, man, sending up a satellite. It's mad technology, that, isn't it? When you think about it. That's how they do it, isn't it? There's something in space that beams down. Is that right? Is that right? Or is it just am I talking absolute bollocks? I think I might be. It's not the first time I've done that. But City knocking it around confidently. The sun is shining at St Mary's. And Manchester City donning their home kit. Wonder what the home kit's going to be like next season. I don't want navy blue on it. I'm never a fan when we go with dark blue and navy blue. I'm just not a big fan of it. But Southampton has retreated to the edge of their area already. To the byline, Kevin De Bruyne whips it across, corner ball, nice and early to City. Good start from Manchester City, looking at Southampton's Premier League form there. Loss, draw, loss. Surprised there's a D in there. Surprised there's a D. Much love to you, mate. What's the flag, man? We can't do that game again. Throw your maddest flags in the chat. I think I might have done Finn. I can't remember it though. Ball in from Foden, straight into Ramsdale's hands. I think we've got a black third kit coming, haven't we? I remember that. I can't quite remember what the home kit looks like, but I remember seeing the leaks, but I've forgotten what it looks like. So hardly helpful there to you. But I remember we've got a black third kit coming up, if memory serves me, and I do like that. I do like an all black kit, man. I just like it. It's pretty cool. Sulemana. I don't know where Tyler Dibling's going to play either, because I've put him in the middle in my graphic. Yeah, it's never there. Never there, is it? I've put him in the middle for Southampton, but he could be playing on the right for them today, with Sulemana being inside. Those two have played right and central mixed throughout the season, and it looks like it could be Sulemana's in the middle and Dibling on the right. So yeah, that is slightly different than what you're seeing on your screen there. Oh, what is that one? Aye, sir. You live there. That's mad, man. See, that looks like Cyprus, but it's not, is it? What's that one? It's mad. What is that one, Ryan?
Har, Timmy. I know that flag. That be the flag of a pirate, Timmy.
Arr, you've got a bit of a pirate's name as well, Timmy.
Timmy the Pirate.
That's where you're from, is it? Pirate land. Antarctica. Is that the Antarctica flag? Do they have a national side? I bet they all wear them snuds. You know, those Yaya Toure snuds. They got banned, didn't they? Those neck warmers where you just like... Everyone was made to look like Craig Bellamy. Like, no neck. Wind your neck in, mate. And Bellamy's like, fucking I'm doing, mate. It's always wound in. Craig, no neck Bellamy. But yeah, do you reckon Antarctica have a national side? That's what I was going to say. A team of penguins or something. That's like... Eskimo FC. City knocking it around nicely here. We've been dominating the game. Southampton went long before, but here we go. Rico Lewis into the penalty area. Dinks one in. It's gone over McAtee. But it's a low block from Southampton so early into the game here. 4 minutes in, and they are like camped almost in line with the 6-yard box rather than the edge of the box. They're well inside their own penalty area at times then as that cross was coming in. I know that one. Big up to Jamaica. Norway. Oh, is that Senegal? No, it's not. I'm not sure. What's that one? That's or is it? I don't know what that is. Is that European Union? That's what. This is like that's someone saying finish this stupid flag game. That's what that's saying. Finish it. North Korea. Is that what that is? Ireland. I know that one. Ball in to Bernardo. And he's had it taken off him. South Africa, I know that one. Sweden. I'm rubbish, man. I'm rubbish. I can't believe how good I thought I was at flags. And it's mad how bad I actually am. Kovacic. Good boy. Nearly split Southampton open. Rico Lewis is getting involved here nice and early. Lots of football for him. Kovacic has not committed a foul. I have, mate. I have heard the news. I said it a couple of weeks ago. I didn't think he was going to be at City. I had a feeling, and it's just a bit of a gut feeling more than anything, but also listening to the people that have been speaking about it, and, you know, the only people that were suggesting ball to the back post here. Vardiol nods it across straight into Ramsdale's hands. Pep. Shampoo. Mr. Shampoo is back. The sun is beaming off his lovely scalp. Do you reckon it's like super smooth? Or do you reckon he lets it get a bit rough? I reckon it's like always smooth. Super smooth Pep. And I mean, maybe there's some truth to the rumour that Husanov called him shampoo. So stupid, man. Just imagine the concept of like a 19-year-old Uzbekistan coming to England and within 3 weeks you've ruined your career because you called the boss shampoo. That as a concept is absolutely mental. Absolutely lunacy. It cannot be true. But he's not played since that rumour started. He's not got anywhere near the side. He's not even on the bench, is he? Rico Lewis, De Bruyne. Bad ball that from De Bruyne. Haaland's not touched the ball yet. Typical Haaland at the minute. Southampton can't get out there. Ruben Diaz keeps it alive, gets it into De Bruyne, and that's got to be a free kick, hasn't it, referee? Bloody hell. Yes, it has. He nearly didn't give it as well. He had to have a think about it. I reckon so. Well, yeah, because he'll have a bit. He has a bit going on the sides, doesn't he? Otherwise, his brother lets it go a bit, doesn't he? His brother's not that arsed over in Girona. Yeah, guys, smash them likes up, man. Appreciate that, Ryan. Make sure you're hitting that like button, everybody. Massively helps. Please do. If you haven't already, smack it. I reckon like an apple. Like Indiana Jones used to do, like, just rubs it, but he goes up to Husanov and just like shakes his head like that. De Bruyne whips it in. Back post, Vardiol's missed a sitter. Or has he? It's a corner ball, so it must have come off a Southampton player. But it was it Downs at the back post who prevents it becoming Manchester City 1, Southampton 0. It was Vardiol with a well-timed run at the back post. And it's a brilliant bit of defending in all honesty. Akanji's gone down in the penalty area as well. He's not actually asking for anything, but he looked like he was tripped as that ball was whipped in. That's a brilliant bit of defending, that is, from Downs at the back post. He just cushioned it, and that a side foot volley out for a corner. City with another opportunity to get one into the box. They're looking at it. Yeah, there you go. He's just pushed Akanji over. He's just pushed him over. They should be looking at that. They're not, because they're playing on. The corner's cracking on anyway. De Bruyne whips it in near post straight into the hands of Ramsdale. He's got to find another Premier League club. I think he's better than Championship. I always felt like he was a little bit dodgy for Arsenal. I felt like he was... David Raya is a massive upgrade on Ramsdale, in all honesty. But I do feel like giving away here. Southampton, Bernardo Silva's nipped in. Lovely little... Oh, and he couldn't find the pass. The little dink over the slide tackle from Bernardo Silva was brilliant. He dropped his shoulder and beat another Southampton player and then looked to thread the Ivory Needle through the middle of Southampton and just gets the pass all wrong. But McAtee getting back. City with another throw-in. All City so far. 79% possession from City. What's that flag? I don't think he was, mate. I think he was like, all right. I think he had a mistake in him. I think he, especially at the when David Raya arrived, they became in and out, didn't they? Excuse me. They kept swapping, didn't they? So I don't think Mikel Arteta quite knew what he wanted in net, but eventually he settled on David Raya. And I think he was probably right to do that. Because I don't think David Raya has been put much of a foot wrong this season. I think he's been pretty good for Arsenal, even though... to be honest, for Arsenal, you know, if you look at their side, there's probably about 4 or 5 players that you're like, yeah, you're a Premier League winning player. You are. You're the sort of player that's going to get you over the line. And I would not put Martin Odegaard in there. I don't think Odegaard's good enough for Arsenal to achieve what they want to achieve. They want to get to Champions League finals and win it. The guy went missing in the semi-final, completely vanished. Vardiol's won the ball. Foden chops it onto his right foot, looking to someone to lay it off to. Lays it to Bernardo. One more over to Rico. Rico chops it back, and the chance is sort of gone here, but City is still probing on the edge of the area. Kovacic has to turn. Good bit of pressing that. Southampton have done well there to stop City getting the shot away there, because it opened up for a minute then. But yeah, no, I don't think Odegaard's good enough. Like, he goes missing in the big games. Over the course of the season, he'll get you some reasonable numbers, like, okay. Oh! What the fuck? It nearly went in off the arse of someone. Bednarak, I think it was, who just booted the ball out. I think it hit Stevens, was it? Who did it hit? He just booted it off the arse of someone, and it looked like it was flying into the goal, and it went just wide. But yeah, I think Saka, he's good enough, obviously. I think Saliba and Gabriel is good enough. And David Raya and Declan Rice. Those are the 5 for me that I think, yeah, Arsenal should... I mean, it sounds like that Saliba could be on his way to Real Madrid as well. But outside of that, I think the rest of them let them down, don't they? All the time, man. Like... They've got so many bottle chops, haven't they, in that side? Arsenal, man. But City got another corner. The first one had to be stopped because the referee saw something. But this one's whipped into the back post. Haaland with the first touch of the game, nods it across, up in the air. And it's cleared to the edge of the area. Kovacic nods it back, up in the air again by Stevens. Or Harwood Bellis, I think it is. It is Harwood Bellis. He's growing his hair a bit, isn't he? He had a skinhead at the start of the season. Don't forget to hit that like button, Blues. Smash it if you can. All right, Amir. Jesus Christ. No worries, mate. Been watching your time now, but on my TV, so couldn't comment. Don't worry about it, mate. Handball, that. It's got to be a free kick, because it was... Oh, he's giving us Southampton free kick. If that's in the box, that goes to VAR and gets given as a penalty. There's a cross that came in from Rico Lewis. Then he's outside the penalty area, the Southampton player, but he blocked it with his arm. He put his arm up and blocked it. And then it broke to a Southampton player who got fouled, and then it's a free kick to Southampton. It's going all right, mate. Thanks for asking. Yeah, we're looking at what to do. We're thinking we've got options, and we're looking at different things at the minute because... Yeah, it's going all right, mate. It's going all right. There's hopefully some big things to come from Transfer News Live. I'm hoping so. And it won't just be me either. There's going to be me. I'm going to be probably the majority of the time it's going to be me. But there is other content creators that might make appearances on Transfer News Live without me and maybe with me as well. So stay tuned to Transfer News Live. And if you haven't subscribed to Transfer News Live, go and do that now, because it massively helps. And if you can't find them, type in, because they are not as discoverable yet, you type in the word Transfer News Live and lots of transfer news related channels come up. But if you really want to find them, type in @DeadlineDay Live, all one word with the @ symbol in front of it in YouTube, and then it'll definitely pop up. But ball to the back post, Vardiol nods it down, and then it's just behind Foden. He needs a good game as well, doesn't he, Foden? He needs to improve. He's had a shocker of a season. Akanji out to Rico Lewis, who's been always free. Whips in a bad ball, though. Edge of the area is Kovacic. Shot from Kovacic is blocked. We're all over him, in all honesty. We're all over him. They can't get out, Southampton. We've got to make this count, though, at the minute, because still being 0-0 with how long's gone, 15 minutes to go, and there's not really a chance to speak of. As much as we've been able to get on the edge of their area with ease, and they are so deep, so deep. Not many, there's no chances coming. It's not easy to create chances with a wall of red and white in front of you, but I do think a chance is coming soon, surely, with the amount of football that we're playing. We just need to move it a little bit quicker. Look how narrow they are, man. They're allowing Rico Lewis out wide and letting him have it. Ball whipped in. Back post Vardiol. again, just doesn't get it right. There's been a couple of back post crosses that have just been either overhit or once it does reach Vardiol, he's not been able to get on the end of it with a decent touch to knock it back into a dangerous area. But yeah, there's some big games tomorrow as well, isn't there? Big games tomorrow. Who's playing tomorrow then? Big games tomorrow. Big games tomorrow. Who the fuck's playing? Newcastle, Chelsea. Ooh. Ooh. Lunchtime as well. Looking forward to that one. I love a good lunchtime kickoff. What's your favourite kickoff time? Mine's lunchtime, just in case you were wondering. Because I bet there's loads of people that love the 8 o'clock kickoffs, or depends on what time where you are in the world, I suppose, doesn't it? But, I mean, yeah, obviously 3 o'clock in the morning, is that going to be your favourite kickoff time? I doubt it. I bet that pisses you off. But big up to those of you that do that. That's a lovely bit of play that by Rico Lewis to get it round the corner, but it was cleared eventually by Southampton. Unbelievable, isn't it, mate? It's crazy. It's funny. Good to see you, Douglas. How are you, mate? I think we are looking all right. A very Pep-style performance. I think you're right. It's just dominating the ball, edge of the area stuff. They're passing it reasonably quickly. The ball's coming into the box needs to improve. And I think that's been the case all season, though, mate. I think this City side have been really disappointing in the final third on occasions. And I don't think there's been, as much as midfield has been a bit of a problem at times, I do think that the main culprits, the worst areas of the pitch have been each ends. You know, and we've never, when we get it right at both ends, we tend to win. More often than not. But Vardiol, what is he doing there with that ball? He's not having a good game at the minute, Vardiol. There's been a few moments there when he just stupid pass. That from Vardiol, he fell over as well trying to play it. Smashes it straight at a Southampton player. But I feel like lately the defence has been sound with Diaz and Vardiol as centre-backs, Nico O'Reilly and Nunes. I've loved it. I've really enjoyed it. And I'm just worried it's going to be one of these games where we dominate, have all the ball, Southampton go up the other end and make it 1-0. It's got the hallmarks of a typical City game. I mean, from this season. Typical City. Hey, typical City.
That's my channel's name.
It is as well. I agree, Danny, mate, as well. 12:30 kickoff. I like it. Probably a draw, really, at this point. Be interesting to know what Newcastle would do with Champions League football, because I think they might have learnt a lesson. Free kick to Southampton, an opportunity to get out here for Southampton finally. After 20 minutes of domination from City, they've got an opportunity to lump it forward. But thinking about, you know, because it's like City, if we get Champions League football, we can attract higher calibre of player. You can say, we've got Champions League football to offer you, Mr. Player, whichever player it may be. But Newcastle, I was surprised at how poorly they prepared for their last Champions League campaign. And they struggled in the Premier League and they got knocked out in the group stages. It was a tough group, mind you, if I remember rightly. I'm pretty sure they were in the group of death, if I remember rightly. But they didn't prepare for the Champions League very well. And that's one thing that City did very well. When we got into the Champions League, it was Napoli, wasn't it, our first game at home? I was there. Pretty sure it finished 1-1, if I remember rightly. I think it was Cavani and a Kolarov free kick. Our first ever Champions League game at the Etihad. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, we got through the group just, if I remember rightly. And then next season we got in as well. So we didn't fall out of the Champions League. In fact, we've been in it ever since. We've never not been in it since we got in it. So That's what I'm talking about. And this club has done a fantastic job of continuing success. And while Newcastle might get into the top 4 again this season, it's going to be interesting to see how they spend the money. Vardiol with a cross that's going to be another corner to City. Chelsea, on the other hand, the way they spend money, I think if they get Champions League football next season, I think they would probably prepare for it better and go all out and start splashing the cash even more than they already have done, and could cement themselves as a long-term challenger to to getting into the top 4 spots. But yeah, going to be interesting to see. I'm not sure who I would rather be there with us. Probably Forest, because I think they'll fall apart next season if they have Champions League football. Because I don't think they'll be able to handle the midweek games. De Bruyne with the ball, it's a shocking corner. Just about up in the air, kept alive at the back post by Akanji. His corners, man. What is up with Kevin De Bruyne in his corners this season? We've seen one good corner this season, haven't we? And it came from Marmouche. And Vardiol at Wembley in the semi-final. Boom. Lovely header that was. Other than that, the corners have been absolutely crap. The John Stones header against Wolves in the last minute of the game, away at Wolves. Foden's cross over everybody. Vardiol, back post! This time he does get a decent touch on it and keeps it alive, but again, couldn't find anybody. But yeah, it was Foden that took that corner against Wolves for John Stones' header. I remember it. Then the John Stones equaliser against Arsenal. I think De Bruyne was involved, but it was a short corner, so technically it wasn't a direct corner. It was like a little bit of a 1-2 with Grealish. Arsenal caught sleeping, and I think it was De Bruyne who whipped it in, and then it bobbled around, so it wasn't even a good corner. It actually was cleared, and then John Stones kept it alive. And so he needs to improve. Foden with the corner, near post, cleared. Fucking winds me up, man. These deliveries into the box have got to get better. Brentford are beating Ipswich. Wolves 0, Brighton 0. Pretty dead the games, actually. The other 3 o'clock. Fulham are beating Everton. Foden lays it off to Kovacic with a pocket of space on the edge of the area. More space over to the left for De Bruyne. Slows it down. Fires in a pass to Haaland, and Vardiol's got to be offside there. It's got to be offside. But crisp, aggressive pass from De Bruyne, fires it into the feet of Haaland, who's almost on the corner of the 6-yard box, and turns and just tries to lay in Vardiol. You can see what he was trying to do there, in all honesty, but Vardiol was about 4 or 5 yards offside by that point. But still, it's been a good start in terms of possession. We'd just like to see a little bit more quality from City in the final third when delivering it, and I think we'd be winning this game. And time is ticking. 25 minutes. Playing on the right, Ryan. He's playing on... Oh, no, he's not. He's playing on the left. He's been on the right a fair bit, but he's actually playing on the left. I think the system is pretty much what I've gone with there. It does look like a 4-2-3-1 system, with De Bruyne getting up quite high alongside Haaland. He's pressing right now. Well, now Haaland is. But yeah, it looks like McAtee's on the right, Foden's on the left. De Bruyne's meant to be behind Haaland, but at this minute in time, he's actually further ahead of him, but that's because he was pressing. And behind them is Bernardo Silva and Kovacic. Southampton with an opportunity to come forward for the first time in the game, really. Sulemana brings it down. Brings in Dibbling. Fernandez. Vardiol gets in. And Kovacic does brilliant. Gets it back to Rico Lewis, and City can come forward again. Just got to be mindful that Southampton could definitely pop up with a goal. So frustrating from Rico Lewis. I don't even know why he put air on that. Just a totally unneeded pass from Rico Lewis. About 30-yard pass. No one there, not under any pressure whatsoever, just puts air on it and puts it over Vardiol's head. But yeah, we can improve here. Big up to everyone hitting that like button. Thank you for hitting the like button if you have already, and if you haven't, I wish nothing but pain for you. I'm joking. Go on, hit the like button, please. It massively helps. De Bruyne onto his left foot. Feints it. Plays it out to Vardiol. Back to De Bruyne. Brings in Ruben Diaz. Rico. McAtee. Diaz. Akanji. Kovacic. Gota. No, I'm not joking. Gota's not playing. Imagine if he was. That'd be good. I'd love it if Gota was playing. Kovacic is playing, though. He just needs to come off for Gota. Haaland to the back post. It's again, that sums up the first half, that. Passing the ball around, there was pace to the ball. Like, in terms of the way we were passing it around, it wasn't slow. We were moving Southampton about. We were creating pockets of space. It was pinging around. It wasn't slow. It wasn't sluggish. It was getting into positions where we were actually finding a bit of space. And then we just decided to cross it, arguably a little bit early. And it's just a shit cross. It just goes over everyone's head. Out for a goal kick. I think we just need to not rush it so much. Keep the ball moving. You'll wear them down eventually. You'll wear them down eventually. Right, Phillips. Would love it, mate. What's your favourite Sean Wright Phillips moment? It's got to be the 4-1, hasn't it? The robot dance. When he smacks it off the bar. The commentator's like, he's kept it in. The ball was just like rolling right down the line of the right wing. And then he just like comes inside. He looks knackered, doesn't he? Right, Phillips. And I think he's got a bit, is it Wes Brown in front of him, if I remember? And he's just like knackered, isn't he? He's been working his socks off all game. Ball into the back post. It's cleared. Foden's kept it alive with some little keepy-ups. Does really well there, Foden. Down to the byline to Vardiol, whips it in. That's a decent ball as well from Vardiol. The right amount of trajectory. It was cleared, but it was a good cross. Yeah, and then he just smacks it in, right, Phillips, doesn't he? Buzz in, mate. Buzz in. Stefan's not happy, man. Terrible team choice again here. This game needs wingers. Too many CMs. They're very narrow, to be honest. Very narrow. They're not really interested in going out. We're sending Rico forward and Vardiol forward. That's our width in this game. And those two have probably put the most crosses into the box out of the City players. Haaland getting involved here, backing into Bednarek. Couldn't bring it under control though. Vardiol gets into the back of Dibbling, who takes it off him. Foden with a little bit of trickery against Dibbling, keeps it alive. You need to get forward there, Vardiol, and help him out, mate. Referee says no free kick. Bollocks to your referee. Bollocks to your referee. But we've got the ball back anyway. Great decision from the referee. That's a free kick, isn't it? Well done, referee. You know it's sunny, innit? You know it's sunny when Kevin De Bruyne turns that lovely shade of red. Same with these. They're doing all right, actually, in here. They're doing all right. But Kevin De Bruyne's face and my ears are a match made in heaven. Look at him. Absolutely beetroot. Is it just me, or does like Kevin De Bruyne just like not look like a footballer? Like, in terms of, like, his shape. He doesn't seem, like, athletic, does he? Like, in his physique. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't look like a footballer. He's like, blocky, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's like a piece of Lego. He's like a Lego man. Not like Arteta. But, like, his body is like a Lego man. But his head's not. If you put Arteta's head on Kevin De Bruyne's body... It would be a Lego piece. That would be a proper Lego man. That would. What am I talking about? Should we combine the perfect footballer? Like the right arm of Peter Schmeichel, the left arm of Edison, the left foot of Messi, the right foot of Cristiano Ronaldo. the chest of Yaya Toure, the head of Alan Shearer. Pretty good player. He's pretty good. He'd be pretty good, wouldn't he? What am I talking about? Absolute bollocks. Free kick to City. Edge of the area. De Bruyne and Foden standing above it. Foden steps over it. De Bruyne is going to be the one to take it. Whipped it. Oof! Skims the top of the net. Does Kevin De Bruyne. Just ripples the roof of the net. But over the bar. Over the bar it goes. And not a million miles away at all from Kevin De Bruyne. Very close. The ass of Hazard. Or Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. He's got some junk in the trunk, hasn't he? Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank had a right arse on him, didn't he? Grealish calves. I'm not, actually, completely. If I was on the wine, it'd be way worse, wouldn't it? I might have some wine, actually. I got pissed in the last stream, didn't I? It was good. I enjoyed myself. The posture of Haaland. That's the way he runs, isn't it, Haaland? He's an absolute madhead. He's like so angry with the grass. The hair of... Who would you go for? Because Beckham's up there, because he changed it all the time. Ronaldo, as in the Brazilian Ronaldo, R9, with just the patch. What was that, man? There was a couple of guys in my school who came to school with that haircut. It was mad. It's like, imagine getting that as a haircut. Just, I want a blob of hair there, please. Ball into Foden. Whips it to the back post. Haaland's waiting. It's gone over his head, and that's the first half in a nutshell right there. Good play. Build-up play is good. Bang, bang, bang. Nice passing. Cross comes in. Cleared or over the bar or over everybody's head, out for a goal kick. And it's not that bad from Foden. It's just overhit. You can see what he's trying to do there. The intention's good, but he just gets it wrong. Overhit. Rico Lewis is here. Actually, I'm going to go 1980s Rude Hullet. What the fuck was that? A little fly came in my face. Tried to go in my mouth. Rude Hullet from the 1980s. Can you imagine that as a haircut nowadays? And the liver of Paul Gascoigne. Or George Best. Actually, no, he's dead, isn't he? God rest his soul. But my granddad knew George Best. I was actually at my granddad's house and George Best rang him. My granddad lived down in London. And when I was visiting when I was a kid, like 10 years old, 11 years old, he rang my granddad and asked him to come for a drink. And he said he can't. Because he's with his knobhead grandson. That's what he said, word for word. De Bruyne, down to the byline. Kovacic. Flown by this first half, innit? No real chances, though. I'm not thinking like, oh, that was it. Free kick from De Bruyne. That was about it. That's as close as we've come. 35 minutes in. Complete domination of the football. But we just need to do some ball in from De Bruyne. Shit. Cleared near post. Got to do better. It's got to be better. Given away by De Bruyne again. Rumours in the week that bloody Liverpool were trying to get involved with signing De Bruyne. It's bollocks. It's been shut down, thankfully. Not true. But I can't pretend I wasn't shitting myself. Because there was the story, and it's not even a story, it's true, that De Bruyne, when he was 11 years old, he was interviewed in Belgium, wasn't he, when he was a kid, saying he would love to play for Liverpool one day, and he was a Liverpool fan when he was a kid, you know, and he loved Anfield, and it was like, that's the one club he wanted to play for. So I think that's where the stories come from. But thankfully, it's not true. I don't think Kevin De Bruyne is going to set foot in the Premier League again. I would be so surprised if he joins another Premier League club. I really would be. And I would be a little bit disappointed. Southampton have gone long here, and it's resulted in a head injury, actually, for Akanji. One to the temple. Where are we saying? Where's he going? I know, mate. It was mad. It was mad. I didn't appreciate it as much as I did now when I realised, like, because obviously when I was a kid, I knew of George Best, but my dad was always just like, he's a red, so it's not that impressive. But obviously, you know, George Best ringing you for a drink. Yeah, I don't know how my granddad ended up knowing him. My granddad was an actor. I'm sure most of you who've watched this regular, but he was an actor. And through that world, that's how he ended up meeting George Best. I wouldn't mind seeing Doku. I think that's a good shout because everything so far has been a cross into the box. I think we need to be getting someone who's just getting to the byline at least, like this, Rico Lewis. But then it's just that like, oh no, I'm being like shepherded away from goal and I've got to recycle it. De Bruyne gives it away. Free kick and they're going to come out away with that. Yeah. I would have Doku on. I agree. Doku's just been a little bit harshly treated in recent weeks for me. I think he's played some really good football. He's been such an impact when he's come onto the pitch, has Jeremy Doku, and he never seems to get the start. He got his start against Wolves, didn't he? And he got the assist to win the game 1-0. And it was his brilliant wing play that cut it back to Kevin De Bruyne, who popped it in the bottom corner. I don't understand why you wouldn't, therefore, considering that's offside. Southampton playing on, though. He's in business here. Sulemana, shot, clear it, clear it. Edison comes out and takes it. Thank you. Panic over, but still. Little opportunity for Southampton. It wouldn't have surprised me if they go in 1-0 up after this first half, man. Nadir's not happy. We're not scoring with this setup. I think if you're talking about the Southampton setup, that could be a lot of the reason why we're just struggling here. But I'm not sure the setup's to blame. I'm more annoyed with the actual output of some of these players. The delivery into the box is annoying me more than anything. And that's not really setup. That's just, you know, cross the ball with a bit more accuracy. Maybe play that extra pass, not rush it so much, because we are being quite forceful here. At times, it's like, you know, don't be afraid to just keep the ball and wear them down. It's a hot day as well. They're going to get worn out here, Southampton. I can see us winning this game in the second half, to be honest. But we cannot afford to be going 1-0 down, because giving Southampton something to hang on to. Ruben Diaz, have a shot, mate. Blocked. Shot again. Deflected. And Ramsdale collects. Feels like that, doesn't it, Ryan, to be honest? Everyone turns up against us. See, Savinho's not been doing that much for me lately. Southampton coming forward here with Fernandes. And it's cleared by... Oh, fucking Bernardo Silva clears it. Cross comes in along the floor and Ruben Diaz with the outside of his boot. Southampton fan going wild there. Did you see that? Southampton fan like... Oh, we crossed the fucking ball. Going absolutely mental. Did you see that? Did you see that? We crossed the ball. Like, fucking hell, mate. Chill the fuck out. I mean, that's what they've been starved of anything this season. They're going absolutely mental. Like, it's a cross. Love it. That guy, man. Cheers, Jason, mate. Appreciate the super chat, top man. Feels like we may be forcing Haaland involvement with all the crosses. Good point. Very valid. There's been no delivery into the box that Haaland can be like, yeah, should it? Maybe there was one cutback from Vardiol where he was crossed to the back post and Vardiol on the side foot volley gets it back into the 6-yard box. Maybe that's the one where you go, Haaland, you probably should have been there. other than that, there's been no delivery in the box where you can go, Haaland, where were you? You know, it's been a case of cross the ball, give the guy a chance to get on the end of it. But it's been very much the City with Haaland up front vibe this game, dominating the ball. Haaland doesn't touch it whatsoever, and he looks a frustrated person standing in the middle of the pitch, waiting for a good cross to come in. It's a great point, Jason. I think you're right. There's nothing for Haaland to feed off at the minute. But I'd argue that's when it's like, do you know what? I can't even say come and collect it then, because there's no space. Vardiol's cross is deflected, and Bernardo Silva's... Oh, lovely, lovely, brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Mateo Kovacic, and wins a free kick. That is fucking sensational midfield play. The footwork from Mateo Kovacic then, because we were in big trouble then. Southampton smelt danger then, and they're like, we can nick the ball here and break on City right on half time. And Kovacic was surrounded by Southampton players, just like a little shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay. Broke away from them, then steps forward. Sulemana pushes him in the back, and he goes down. Kovacic, Ugachukwu, sorry it was, who pushed Kovacic down, and free kick to City with an opportunity for Kevin De Bruyne to smack one in the top corner. But Kovacic, no, he's not playing. He's not playing. It was brilliant though. What a bit of play that was from Kovacic. It's gobbled up. Oh, it's gone. I got it on the screen just in time, mate, but I did see it. Free kick to City. Kevin De Bruyne standing above it. Big gap to Ramsdale's left here. De Bruyne into the wall. Into the wall. McAtee. Free as a bird. Akanji could have brought that down on his chest. I don't think he realised how much time he had. The ball's still bobbling around and Rico Lewis keeps it alive. But a cross in finally meets a City player. And of all bloody people, it's Akanji, who doesn't have a clue what to do with it and clears it. Like, he didn't know what to do with it. He had so much time, he could have brought that down on his chest. Another cross coming in. Can we get one on the money? McAtee's cross. Look at that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Straight out for a goal kick. It's shit. It's shit. Got to get it right. We've got to start crossing the ball with more accuracy. It's the angle of the cross that's coming in as well. They're in-swingers. They're destined for either Ramsdale or the back post. Best case scenario is a back post clearance, like back across the goal. That's it. Kevin De Bruyne is asking for a penalty here, but you're not going to get a penalty because you weren't getting anywhere near the ball. When the cross is that shit, it's stupid to give a penalty. When Kevin De Bruyne, it looked like he was touched there, De Bruyne, but I mean, it's not like he was going to get on the end of the cross. Got to up our game here, City, in that department, in the crossing department in particular, because it's been really frustrating to watch these crosses coming in and be so poor. Yeah, would have been. He's on the bench. That's a good ball into Foden. Here you go. Haaland's finally opportunities in the penalty area, but he's forced away from goal. Kovacic on the edge of the area. Shot from Kovacic. It's deflected. Corner ball. 2 minutes of stoppage time added on. City have a chance with another corner, which is going to be overhit or into the hands of Ramsdale or hit the near post. What are your options? What do you think, guys? Where's this corner going? Over everybody's head, into Ramsdale's hands, or cleared at the near post? They're the options. Place your bets, place your bets, place your bets, place your bets. Ball in. It's cleared at the near post. Actually, no, it's not. It's straight onto the head of Akanji, so fair play. Akanji's missed. Goal kick. But it was cleared by Akanji. He could have done better than that, to be honest, actually. First time again. 2 crosses have come in now that have actually met a City player, and both have been Akanji on the end of the cross. Pep's having a chat. It's not been great, D. Harsher, mate. It's not been a great game. In terms of chances, that's a yellow card. Get him in the book. He just blocked a free kick. He's just blocked a free kick. How is that not a yellow card? We wanted to take a quick free kick. And Ugachukwu just got in the way of it. It's a yellow card. We've just had a free kick and we just kicked it straight to Ramsdale. And that should be half time. It is half time. And a pretty poo first half. We need to do much, much better than that. Much better. Arguments with the referee here. I think you should be going in and having a word with yourselves, lads, to be honest, because the referee, and a lot of people in the chat are saying the referee, and he's not been great, but I mean, we can't be saying we're not winning this game because of the ref. We're not winning this game because we're not delivering the ball into the box. And I think Southampton are defending deep. They're forcing us into a situation, but I started the sentence that I never finished before. The angle of the cross, for me, is what's been poor in this game. The choice, the timing of the cross, the really easy to position. Well, you know, when you're in line with the corner of the edge of the area where it's destined for that back post, all of our crosses have come from there. We haven't got any players, as in Doku or even Savinho on the other side could possibly do it, where we could get to the byline and whip it in. And I'm always a big fan of that. How did we score against Wolves? Doku to the byline, cuts it back. De Bruyne, arriving in late, smashes it into the bottom corner. It causes chaos. It's not easy to defend when it's being cut back like that. But a ball lumped in, not only is it coming from a further distance, the defenders therefore have a chance to set themselves, see it, exactly plant their feet and get the eye of the ball and pick up the flight of the ball nice and early, and then boom, clear it. Dead easy to defend that shit all day, especially when you've got beasts in there. Big guys like Harwood Bellis, who's good in the air, Bednarek, Stevens. They're lapping this stuff up all day. They're going to clear it. Frustrating first half it was. But what I will say is there's been good play from City in certain aspects. In our ability to get into the final third, there's been no problem, but it's a little bit of how deep Southampton are, as if they're just inviting us into the final third. So I think Kovacic has played well. Some of the football he's played has been brilliant, and some of the touches has been really good. I think Bernardo Silva's tried to get involved with a little bit of link-up play here and there. De Bruyne has been off. I think he's a big culprit for the balls coming into the box. I think McAtee's crosses have been shite. Foden's done all right. He's done okay. Some nice touches from Phil Foden here and there, but still needs to improve big time. Haaland's anonymous because of the players behind him, not through any fault of his own. I don't think you can even say, right, well, drop deep then, Haaland. There's no space to drop deep. It's so tight. Like, City are so pushed up and the defence is so deep that there's nowhere for Haaland to drop deep. Or if Haaland dropped deep, it would make it more congested. It would make it worse. I think Doku is a shout to try and stretch them and pull them wide, because they are just camped on the edge of their area with a really, really narrow and deep low block. And yeah, I think we're going to have to wear them down. This has got the feelings of a 1-0 or maybe a 2-0 City situation here, but I think we need to score early. And if they score first, we're in trouble in this game, because this doesn't have a game feeling where we can go and get 3 or 4 and just quickly turn the game on its head. I'm hoping I'm proven wrong and they capitulate in the second half or something, but so far Southampton don't seem to be struggling to deal with us. So far, Southampton 0, City 0, Fulham 1, Everton 1, Ipswich 0, Brentford 1, Wolves 0, Brighton 1, and later it's Bournemouth. Oh yeah, it's American time, isn't it? It's like 12 bloody 30. It's 5:30, isn't it? You're 5 hours behind. I hope you're right. I think tired legs might creep in. City definitely playing the usual game of just trying to pass the opposition to death. But yeah, I'm hoping so, mate. I'm hoping so. Big up to the Jeff Meister Spruance. Missed the first half, had to work this morning. Sounds like we aren't doing well. Hopefully we can scrape a win. Hope all is well, Johnny and everyone. Big up to you, Jeff, and thank you for making this stream possible, mate. Because without you, I wouldn't be able to watch the game. So big up to Jeff. W's in the chat for the big man, Jeff. But you're in here for the second half, mate. Good to see. My 3-0's still alive, but scoring 3 is... I'm starting to feel a bit more hopeful about that. Yeah, we have been a team of 2 halves. You're just hoping that wasn't our good half. That's the problem. I'm hoping that was the good half you've just watched. It's about to turn a whole lot worse. Do you know what I mean? I'm hoping that. How are you doing, Scott, as well? Good to see you. I agree, Lee. I don't think Haaland deserves any criticism for this game. Stefan's point is valid. It's like when it's so deep, when you know the defence is going to be as deep as it is, there is a case to be made that Haaland almost becomes redundant, especially with the way Southampton are playing. It's like, where's the space, man? How is Haaland going to get space in this game? You're just hoping it breaks to him in the penalty area. That's what you want. You want it to be lumped in, not cleared effectively, to drop kindly to Haaland, smashes it in, Haaland goal. A tap in from some sort of break, like a bobble or just a silly situation where Southampton don't clear the ball effectively. And Haaland, that's when he's alive. He's so like sharp and alert in that situation. So maybe that's the benefit of having Haaland on the pitch, and always, because you know he's just got that in him. He can score at any moment, Haaland. But yeah, I do think this game is he couldn't do anything in that game, that first half. But we'll have to wait and see whether he can do something in the second half. Oh, looking at that Everton's goal. What a scabber that was. Mikulenka with a deflected goal. Oh, fair play, Jeff. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Help the people, man. Help the people that need the help, Jeff. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Love this guy. Who is this guy who keeps coming in, calling me a knobhead? It's like every half hour. Because he knows I'll bite. Because I love being called a knobhead. It's funny. Especially Ed. Especially, it's funnier when it's written down. You know, when you see it in writing, the word knobhead is funnier than just saying it. Knobhead. Right, I'm going for a piddle. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing if you're new around here. He's back. Oh, man. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get going with the likes if we can. Let me sort this clock out. The clockerino. How do I do it again? What do I do? Genuinely having a brain fart here. There we go. 45. There's plans next season for me to go live more often. Next season. You know, what do you guys think? And it would help because you guys join me in the watch-alongs, but I know a lot of you won't be able to join me in like the weekly watch-alongs. Not the watch-along, sorry, the weekly live streams during the week. Because I need to try and incorporate more time for, and I'm not going to stop the videos like the pre-recorded videos where there's a little bit more detail. Obviously, a live stream's a very different vibe and a very different me as well, because I go into more stats and I go into more detail with a pre-recorded one, whereas you get a little bit more, authenticity maybe from a live stream. But the plan is next season to go live more often in the week because it's a time saver. But obviously there will be people that prefer like the short like 8, 10 minute, 12 minute, maybe 15 minutes videos where it's more concise and got more information in the video that's not spread out over the course of a 50-minute, hour-long stream. So I'm torn as to what to do, but because of the Transfer News Live, I'm planning on incorporating more live streams to Typical City next season because it's a time saver to just click the button, go live, because I put a lot of research into my videos, and like pre-recorded videos take a bit more time to make because obviously then there's the editing and all of the graphics on the screen and stuff like that, whereas a live stream, they're easier to do. You just click go, don't you, and start talking shit. That's about it. But yeah, I'm thinking about going live a bit more. But yeah, it'd help if you guys join me next season, if you can, in the live streams, and we'll have a chat. But that's the plan, anyway, to get more City content out there. Because I'm not stopping Typical City. Don't worry about that. That's definitely not going to happen. But yeah, what are we on? Come on, let's get what we're targeting now. Who was it who said it? Ryan, mate, 100%. Let's get to 500. Smash the like button, people. Come on. Let's give ourselves a bit of a target here. And 500 before the second. I can't see that happening before the second half, but you never know. You never know. I do love watching these American adverts. There's a really different vibe to the English adverts. I don't know why. They seem a bit cheesier. I bet Americans think that about our adverts as well. But the American adverts do seem really cheesy. And I like it for that reason. It's funny. Ryan, appreciate you, mate. Forgot 13-week mark. We have a heartbeat. Oh, Ryan, mate. Congratulations. Congratulations, Ryan. Massive respect, Ryan, mate. Are you going to find out if it's a boy or a girl? Presume that's what you're talking about. There's lots of different ways to say you're having a baby. Jeff told me, me and Jeff were having a chat like a few weeks ago, and I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but he's something about expanding on something with the family. And I thought the way Jeff worded it, he was having another, bringing another little baby into the world, but he was just getting a garage extension. So there's different ways to say it, but I'm pretty sure only humans should be having, unless you, I don't know, unless you I don't know, you're grooming animals of some kind. But I presume it's a human that you're having, Ryan. But big up to you, Ryan. Congrats, mate. Congrats. But yeah, is it going to be a boy or a girl? Do you know? Big up, Reese. Big up, Reese. What's going on here? Anyway. No, mate. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. I don't know, Mr. Football. There are big teams in it. Big teams. And it depends how seriously they take it as well. Because, I mean, there's so much money up for grabs. I think this is going to be like the biggest FIFA Club World Cup ever. I think this is the attempts from FIFA. Doku's coming on. Pep listened, people. The chat. You asked for it, chat. McAtee off. Jeremy Doku on. Couldn't agree more with that substitution. Couldn't agree more. You're exactly right, chat. You got it right. You nailed it. Big up to you, Aaron. I'm good. How are you, mate? How are you, mate? You didn't actually ask how I was, but I answered anyway. So I told you. Anyway. Doku's coming on. All right. Doing okay. Arguably one of the better players, but still needs to improve. Second half's about to get underway, Blues. Let's get behind them. Hopefully, City can do the biz. Second half underway. Don't devious, mate. I'm quite nervous about the FA Cup final, you know. I don't think it's... I know, obviously, we beat them recently. We put 5 past them at the Etihad. So I think that's filled a lot of City fans with confidence. And I think, hopefully, we can take that little psychological edge that we might have over them going into the game. Yeah, I'm hoping we can use that to our advantage. But there's space here. Southampton have actually opened up for the first minute of this game. And Kevin De Bruyne is coming forward. Gets it out to Doku, who's on the left, by the way. He's playing on the left. And Bernardo Silva's gone on the right. And it's Doku, straight to the byline. Cuts it back to De Bruyne. There's that cross coming in. It's cleared. It's that cross from that angle that I was talking about. Yeah, I agree, Circus Dog. At our best for this season, you mean? I mean, like, obviously, the best version of City in recent years. I don't think Palace can beat us. But, yeah, I do agree. That I think the players they've got going forward, Eze and Sarr and Mateta's ability to hold up play, is brilliant. They are brilliant, aren't they, up front? Dangerous to the byline. Rico Lewis, that's what... Oh, his cross is cleared, but still... That's what we want to see more of. Crosses coming in from the byline like that. It's proper dark, innit, in that corner with the shadow. Can't see anything. Keenan, off Keenan and Kel's, like one of the adverts for Auto Trader in America. I used to love Keenan and Kel when I was little, man. Ah, here it goes. Down, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Everybody out there don't want to tell the homeboys and old girls time for Keenan and Kel. They keep you laughing in the afternoon, so don't... I can't remember the rest. What's the rest? How did it go? Yeah, Keenan and Kel was good. Bit of orange soda. Who loves orange soda? People have no idea what I'm talking about, maybe, in the chat, but Keenan and Kel was a legendary Nickelodeon show. Right, you're becoming the knobhead now. If there's no goal, mate, don't be doing that. Otherwise, you're the knobhead. It's gone back to the old low block from Southampton. Doku. 2 players trying to stop Doku there. And they do stop him, in fairness. De Bruyne with such a deep cross. Goal kick. It's not a surprise. It's so difficult for that cross to come in. That cross was incredibly central. It's like just lumping it straight in. Crazy. Oh, man. That was so good, Night Sky. Such a good game. Such a good advert for football, wasn't it? Couldn't believe what was going on. Amazing, man. Amazing. There was that moment, wasn't there, when Lamine Yamal had that shot. And I bet that's going to haunt him for a long time. Great touch from Haaland. De Bruyne sends Doku away. Doku's in business here. Keep going, Jeremy. Go on, Jeremy. Oh, he's had to slow it down. It was a good bit of defending. But, he's turned him to the byline. Jeremy Doku, ball in. Oh, it's cleared. But, yeah. It was a good game. It was a really good game. Yeah, when Lamine Yamal hit the post and they were winning at that point, it should have gone to the post, to the corner flag, and just chilled. With what, 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go? Take it over to the corner flag, see out the game, but instead you had a shot, which is very commendable that you still want to attack, and that's the Barcelona way. It's the Pep way, is go and score goals even when you're winning. Ball in from Kovacic is intercepted. And we've got to stop the counter-attack here. Dibbling, who's offered nothing in this game so far. Fantastic tackle from Josko Vardiol. De Bruyne steps in. Plays it inside to Foden. Edge of the area. Foden's touch was heavy. Haaland might be able to keep it alive. Nope, can't. Southampton could have had a free kick, but the referee plays on. Fernandes coming forward. Soleimani's gone deep here. Akanji's got to win that, and he does. And he does. Well done, Manuel Akanji, but we've got to do better. I think Akanji's accidentally stood on Soleimani here as he was heading it, and he looked like he landed on him or something. I don't think Akanji meant to do it, but he looks injured here. Never thought of that. I'd never thought of that. Good point. That would be funny. He's been proper underwhelming at Real Madrid, hasn't he? He's delivered here and there, Mbappe. There's been the odd moment where it's that was a good goal here and there, but he's been nowhere near good enough for the hype around Mbappe. He's not delivered for me to the standards of the hype. He's done all right. That's about as good as it gets in terms of being complimentary. Could definitely do better. But this game is crap, isn't it? It's really crap. It sums up the rest of the season, really. I mean, this is one of the few games left that's actually got some jeopardy involved. There's actually something to play for here. Fulham Everton. Nope. Nothing to play for in pretty much all the other 3 o'clock kickoffs. All the big games are tomorrow for Champions League qualification. And they'll all be watching this game, no doubt. Doku. Cuts it back to Vardiol. De Bruyne on the edge of the area. Chops it onto his right foot. Stops the ball, slows it down. Akanji. Into Vardiol. Out to Doku. It's a shocking pass from Vardiol. It really is. Might hit the corner flag. That it does, and it stays in. Oh, and Doku's won it back. Oh, the ball in from Doku was intercepted, but edge of the area, Kovacic's volley is blocked. Shit ball from Vardiol. It ends up hitting the corner flag and stays in. And then Doku who actually didn't get there first either. I think it was Bree got there first, and then Doku just poked his leg through Bree's legs and just took it away and started sprinting towards goal. Whipped in an early cross that, again, must do better there. But it's coming from an area where I prefer seeing my crosses coming from. You know, these deep crosses coming in at such a crap angle. Kanji giving it away, man. Kovacic, mate. Brilliant from Mateo Kovacic. Gets back, takes the ball away. And he's got that run after doing something good. You know, when you play football, you know, when you score, if anyone plays football, and you have that sort of you have that little bit of swagger in your run after you've done something good. You know what I mean? Doku to the byline. He's won a corner. But yeah, Kovacic had that little bit of, I've just done a great bit of thing, a bit of skill, that, getting back and intercepting it. You know when you score a goal at five-a-side, if anyone plays five-a-side, but you're not really meant to celebrate a goal at five-a-side, are you? Because it's like, you're not a Premier League footballer, mate. You're just meant to play on. But you know you feel good inside, but you're just like, you run back to the halfway line, don't you? Just like a bit smug. Ball in from De Bruyne, cleared at the near post. I don't think I need to be here anymore. I think I just need to get crossed in, straight into Ramsdale. Yeah, I don't think I need to be here anymore. Just record what I've just said on loop. And that's the rest of the watch-along sorted. Ball in, cleared. Ball in, near post, cleared. Ball in, over everybody. Ball in, Ramsdale. Fuck's sake, man. Worries me, Isa. It worries me. Because I think Partey's a weak spot in their side. I think he can play okay. I just don't think he's another one. He's exactly the sort of player that I was describing in the first half. They've got a whole host of bottle job players, Arsenal, and there's only 5 of them really that I consider to be like, and that's half a team near there or thereabouts, and one of them's the goalkeeper. I think you can rely on David Raya, you can rely on the 2 Gabriel and Saliba. I think those 2 solid centre backs, Saka and Declan Rice. The rest for me, I think they would, I don't know. I don't consider them like that elite level and like that trophy winning level. Like, and that's Odegaard as well, by the way. I don't consider him the elite level at all. Where was he in the Champions League games? So anonymous. He did have that one shot. That save from Donnarumma, by the way, was unbelievable. What a save that was. But yeah, other than that, Odegaard was just nothing. But what the Zubamendi signing does, to answer your question finally, got there in the end, didn't we, Isa? We're still not there. My brain's not working today at all. It frees up Declan Rice. That's the point I wanted to say. It gives Declan Rice a license to go forward. And Zubamendi's going to sit in front of that back 4. And it's a great signing for Arsenal. And I am a little bit worried because if they go and sign a striker, I think it turns the tide into having more like players that are capable of doing long-term damage to a Premier League table in terms of point gathering. Do you know what I mean? I think like if they had a goal scorer and they shored up that defensive midfield role, because I think Partey or Jorginho, I don't think they don't cut it for me. But Zubamendi will improve Arsenal, no two ways about it. Downs has come forward here, no offside given. Breeze getting involved. Southampton have finally come forward, and that's a foul by Dibbling. He just pulled back Vardiol, man. He knocked it round him, and then just pulled his shirt. Of course it's a foul. What do you want to talk about? Don't want to talk about this. Because this game is poo. Come on! Foden. Oh, it's broken! Bernardo Silva's onside as well. And can he do anything? No, it's broke. Oh, fucking hell. He was onside as well. Foden's shot, it looked to have been deflected. And it just trickled its way to Bernardo Silva. He's got it back, Bernardo. And his cross with the right foot is, you guessed it, cleared. Hello. The shadow on the stand behind looks like the Grim Reaper watching over you. What? Holy shit. Have you noticed it? What, that bit? The pyramid thing. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Ball in. It's cool. Oh, it's out. Corner. It was another cross from a stupid position. That's it, mate. He's on a leash. Keep him back there. I'll tell you when I'm ready for your death. I'm not ready yet. Ball in. Ramsdale clears. Rubbish, this. It's like such a disappointing game. Because they're I think Southampton have made this a bad game. Let's be honest. As much as we're frustrated as City fans, and we need to be realistic, that Southampton have clearly come to just kill this game. Just killing it. With the approach is so defensive. They've barely come out. Foden beats Fernandes, and that shot. Referee's not giving it. He's giving it eventually, but fuck me. It's a yellow card then, isn't it? I'm starting to agree with you guys in the chat, because a lot of you are having a problem with the referee, and I thought there was the odd decision here and there, but I mean, fucking hell, he took his time with that one. Maybe he won the ball. Maybe the referee was thinking about it for a reason, because it looked like he might have actually won the ball. No, he didn't. I think Foden, like, popped the ball up. He skipped the ball over him. But the fact that it's a free kick, and Foden, had he not been brought down, was away, it's a yellow card. Why is it not a yellow card? If it's a free kick, it's a yellow card. Where Bernardo Silva's free kick? Was it Ugachukwu who just got in the way of Bernardo Silva's free kick? City with an opportunity. Foden's... It's the same cross that's happened all game. He is a bit weird. I know what you mean. Are you looking at him like... So with this ref, there's a bit odd about you, ref. You're right. He does seem a bit odd, doesn't he? I can't quite put my finger on it. Not sure I want to put my finger on it. Certainly don't want to put my finger in it. Wingstop. What is that? It looks delicious. Bring the flavour. It's more entertaining than the game if I start just reading out the American adverts that pop up. Wingstop. Bring the flavour. Big old burgers in your face. Not them burgers, I mean like burgers. You don't mind burgers in your face, some people, but... Have we really? Have we got a Wingstop in the UK? Never seen it in my life. Where the fuck is a Wingstop? Never even heard of it. That's literally the first time I've ever seen their logo. Because it does look good. The burgers look good. There's one in Manchester, Piccadilly. Oh, shit. Is it good? Is it a chicken joint? See the front of the shop. Even the front of the shop says wings, fries, flavour. It's like, you can order flavour. I'll have some flavour, please. Oh. Is it good? Yeah. Do they do gravy? Any gravy with chicken, man, is so good, isn't it? Doku. To the byline. He's cut it back. Bernardo Silva, and it's cleared off the line. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And the reason why he's on the pitch, Cross comes in from Doku, and where does the cross come from? It's cut back from the byline, and it's into the feet of Bernardo Silva. It causes chaos, and it gets a shot. We've had a shot that needed to be cleared off the line. Shock horror, Doku gets to the byline. It's not difficult, it's not rocket science. Corner, back post, just about kept alive by Akanji. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's exactly the most dangerous moment of the whole game. Cross from the byline. Foden. Rico. Big up Darks, mate. Haaland or Foden curse? Share your thoughts. Well, I don't believe in curses. Curses. That's a free kick. Of course not, because it's the weird ref. We've got the weird ref who doesn't know what he's doing. But yeah, I think both being returned to the side. It's frustrating. Oh, Doku, nearly. It's been a little bit a sloppy touch here and there from Doku, but the one moment that caused problems then, and he's given a free kick away there. But yeah, I don't really believe in curses. I can't say. What's the plural of curse? Curses is. Cursi? What is the plural of curses? Curses. Curses. Yeah, just curses, you knob. You're absolutely right. Why am I struggling with that? Curses. Yeah. Seems a bit harsh, but yeah. It's true. It's true. My parents paid for my education as well. That was fucking money down the drain, wasn't it? Pissed that right up the wall. Fuck that big time. Sorry, Mum and Dad. They're probably watching as well. Apologies. Southampton are in. Back post. No way. It's going to be 1-0 to Southampton in a minute. I can't believe it. And it's cleared with a brilliant tackle by Ruben Diaz. He loves that move, doesn't he? He just thrown himself on the floor. Nah, mate. Definitely not. You get that accusation, don't you, if your parents have paid for your education. But definitely not posh. Well, you know me, don't you? So am I posh? Here you go. Doku's away. He's in business. Jeremy Doku into Haaland. And Ramsdale takes it. A little breakaway. The first opportunity for City to actually have space and grass to run into in front of them. And De Bruyne sent Doku away through the inside channel. Doku sprinting on goal. I would argue Doku could have been a bit more selfish there and kept going with it. But he tried to square it to Haaland. Didn't get it right. But Southampton are coming forward now. The game's come to life. And Rico Lewis clears it. It's come to life in a bad way. Sulemana to the byline, and it's cleared out. It's flicked off Rico Lewis. A corner ball to Southampton. Fucking hell, man. Oh. Ball in. Cleared, but it's a good clearance because it's a Southampton cross that's been cleared, but it's the continuation of crosses that are crap. This is an education on how to be shit at crossing. This is exactly what this is. Complete 67 minutes of utter shit crossing of the football. Rubbish, really has. Don't make Ryan. You're getting Ryan angry. Right, we'll move on. I don't know why I struggled with that. Curses. Yeah, it's just curses, isn't it? I don't know why I struggle with that. That was a bit of a... Doku crossing from a bad position is cleared. Doku's cross. Let's launch Marmoush and Grealish. Foden on the right wing, coming inside to the left foot. Oh, plays a nice ball into Reek, who just passes it back to Sulemana, but wins it back in fairness to him because the pass was shocking from Rico Lewis. Fuck's sake, Rico, that was stupid, wasn't it, mate? It's almost as if you don't know the plural of the word curse. You fucking idiot. Akanji's coming forward, switches it. It's going to be difficult for Doku to keep this in, but he does. Does really well there, Doku. Slows it down, he's on the byline. He's coming away from it, but he lays it back to Ruben Diaz, who thinks about the shot, plays it into De Bruyne though. On the edge of the area, pokes it out to Foden. Foden to the byline, cross is blocked, but stays in, does it? No, corner ball. Yeah, chill with the fake scores, people. It's just boring, mate. It's like, it's not even... If it was funny, I would appreciate it. I'd be like, okay, I get humour. It's not even funny. It's like... Ball in! Oh, saved by Ramsdale! Akanji with the header. The first... Again, what is it with Akanji and his bloody magnet skull? Why is he the only player that can be crossed to? Again, third cross of the game that meets a City player. And it's Akanji again. Akanji the magnet. De Bruyne's ball in. I don't even need to say it anymore. Still not a fan of Rico. I'm just not sure where he's best at. He's had some good games this season, Rico Lewis. I think he got off to a good start at the season, then he sort of fell off a little bit. I think he played well against Crystal Palace, but there's definitely been some moments where he struggled this season, so I can see why people are definitely asking questions, and I think he's actually, in the second half, he's been a bit wasteful. The cross from Kevin De Bruyne then. I mean, come on, man. Chill out with the spamming, mate. But yeah, Nico Riley's a shout, possibly. Get Vardiol in centre-back would be the only option there, though. But it was Akanji's header that goes down as a shot on target, and Ramsdale sort of flapped at it a little bit. Could have probably caught that at Ramsdale, but didn't fancy it and just flicked it away with a couple of limp wrists. Just a bit, ooh, one of those saves like, ooh, it's one of them saves. Ooh, one of them. Well, we've had one solo. We've had Doku came on at half-time. For Jean Makati. Oh, come on, City. Very lacklustre, this game, isn't it? I'm not really feeling it whatsoever. It's just kicking off in the middle there. It's like barging into each other. Bernardo Silva and Haaland just bumping into each other, getting annoyed. Everyone's getting annoyed. It's hot. I would be thinking about bringing Haaland off at this point now. Just to add a spark to the middle of our attack. Something to add another fresh sort of, some new ideas. Because it's a bit short of ideas at the minute, this. The crosses coming in are hopeful at best. We've had the one cross from Doku that came from the byline that got us a shot. The argument is, though, if Doku was to do that 3 or 4 more times before the end of the game, then Haaland's actually the man you do want on the pitch. Because those crosses coming from Jeremy Doku being cut back, that's what Haaland loves. That's his bread and butter. He wants that. He wants those moments where he can get on the end of it. But I think Doku and Haaland's relationship has been not great. Not personally. I'm sure they like each other as people. But in terms of a footballing chemistry, I've never really seen them link up, you know. I wonder how many assists Jeremy Doku has actually got Haaland. Bet that'll be interesting to find out. I'm sure he's got some, but I don't remember many. Because he's not easy to predict, is he, Doku? From heart to defend Haaland, he's not easy. The cross from Foden again, it's just fucking shit. I was saying it the first half, man. Nico O'Reilly and Savinho coming on. 15 minutes to go. I don't think you can complain with Pep. I think those substitutions are very positive. Obviously, it depends on who's coming off, in all honesty. But I like these 2 substitutions. I'm wondering if Nico O'Reilly's going into left back. Would be interesting. Who's coming off then? Akanji? Or... So Foden's coming off. That's got to be Savinho, surely. Get more with Gecko. And it's Rico Lewis. I thought it might be. So Akanji must be going right back. I imagine Akanji's now going right back. That would be my guess. Unless Nico O'Reilly goes right back. But I'd imagine Pep just pushes the back 4 across. Everyone move down 1. Or across, rather. And that makes Akanji right back. Or does it? I'm not sure. De Bruyne has sent Haaland away. Go on, Haaland. You got to finish. No, he's difficult. Oh, he chopped it onto his right foot. Oh, no. There's a fly in here. It's a piece of dust. I don't know what it is, but Haaland did really well to chop it back then. He did really well. And Nico O'Reilly nearly scored with his first touch. He just overran it, as in Nico O'Reilly's run. He went past the cross and Haaland's pass back across just behind Nico O'Reilly. But Nico O'Reilly's gone into the penalty area. I'm not sure what position he's playing. But he's gone straight up front, or at least right into the heart of Southampton's cluster of players. And he's not shy of getting himself a goal. Here you go, Savinho. He's had it taken off him, but you can see the intention now. We've got 2 wing players who are going to try and get to the byline. And I mean, I am very surprised that Pep... Oh, you fucker! Go on! Oh, Vardiol's got there. Ruben Diaz's pass was a little bit short, and Vardiol had to sprint back and get it back to Ederson then, but Ruben Diaz played it a little bit blindly there. But yeah, we've got 2 wingers on now that are going to attack the fullbacks, which is good news. Nico O'Reilly surely is now going to get in the box with Haaland, be a pest. He's playing right through the middle as well. It looks like we've gone 3 at the back, actually. It looks like Akanji, unless Nico goes right back. Doesn't seem it. But it looks like... Oh, Bernardo Silva's bloody right back at the minute. My bet would be Vardiol, Diaz and Akanji, 3 at the back. And Nico O'Reilly's just another attacking player, because there's almost no need to have 4 at the back at the minute with City against this Southampton side. Oh, that was so nearly 1-0. Haaland does well. And he just plays it behind Nico O'Reilly. And both substitutes who've just come on just goes behind both of them. There's Savinho right behind Nico O'Reilly, and it could have been him who tapped it in. Ah, no. These curses, man. Got to sort it out. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like button. 1.3, that's good numbers. Big up to everyone who's tuning in to Typical City. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Do you reckon we could get to 700 before the end of the game? I reckon we can. Smash the old liketh button. 12 minutes to go. City currently... What damage is this going to do to our top 5 hopes? I'm a bit worried about it. Because this was meant to be the banker, wasn't it? This is the game where you just, like, you win, no matter what. But it's been a shit fucking game. Doku to the byline, cross to the back post. Oh, it's cleared. De Bruyne nods it back in. Bednarek up and away. De Bruyne back in, bit of head tennis going on. Haaland nods it down, keeps it alive. There's no offside, so we play on. Akanji on the edge of the area, thinking about the shot. Akanji whips it. It's just, I'm not sure what that was. It looked like he might have been crossing it, shooting. I'm not sure what it was, but it's wide and out for a goal kick. But it's only 80, so you're going to get some of that back, mate, hopefully. Just put it in the net. Wellington has gone down. So, we now 2 points ahead of Newcastle and Chelsea, who play each other. Thank God those two play each other, because they're 2 points behind us now. And thankfully, they both can't win when they play each other, which is exactly the advantage of the fixture lists that we've got. But it's so frustrating to not, you know, because we got an opportunity to go second here as well. We can genuinely catch Arsenal, because they're going to be feeling sorry for themselves after the season they've had. Oh, come on, QWERTY, mate. Come on, QWERTY, mate. Not Pep out. No way, mate. Appreciate the super chat, though, mate. 3 months member as well. Appreciate you, mate. But no way should Pep be out for this. One loss, man. We've been undefeated in 9 games before this. Pep turned it round. People said the players, we need to change the players. Well, we started winning loads of games and it was the same players. Other than Marmoush in January, and he looked to the bench. You know, he's barely played Nico Gonzalez. He's barely played Hussanov, other than the early days of when he signed. It's been Marmoush, and that was it. People go on about the money that we actually spent in January, but only one of those players has genuinely played a reasonable amount of minutes that you can say that he's made an impact on the side. The other main player has come from the academy, and he's called Nico O'Reilly. So, for me, Pep changed it. This twat has got in the way of another free kick again, and we're not allowed to play it quick, and he's not going to get a booking for it. Bernardo Silva, who's playing almost at right back at the minute. He sort of swapped with Rico Lewis. Vardiol's coming forward. De Bruyne is coming forward. We can nick a winner here. Let's nick a winner. Come on. Doku. De Bruyne. Plays it into Vardiol. Nice touch from Vardiol. Right foot shot is blocked and it's up in the air. Got to win that header, Ruben. And it's broken. Savinho gets back. Play it back to Edison if you need to. Akanji. Fucking hell. He actually had it completely under control. It was me that was panicking unnecessarily, but I thought he didn't have it under control for a minute then. Doku, again going one-on-one with Bree. Doku to the byline. Cuts it across. Fucking hell, man. Go on, Bernardo. We're getting closer and closer to getting a real opportunity here. 8 minutes to go. Can we nick a winner? Southampton have been defending for their lives in this game. Well, in terms of the shape, at least. Not really had, like, you know, last-ditch defending. It's just been solid. It's been compact from Southampton. De Bruyne with one of those crosses that's... well, Haaland at the back post might have done something this time. Savinho, saved by Ramsdale. Haaland's unbelievable height and jumping ability, his athleticism, turned De Bruyne's average cross that was way overhit into a not too bad cross, because Haaland's leap nodded it back into the action there, just about keeping it alive. And then Savinho brought it down on his chest, and on the volley couldn't turn it goal bound. And Ramsdale, well, I think he was actually going wide, and Ramsdale saved it anyway and sent it out for a corner, which De Bruyne is going to put in, and it's going to be cleared. It's cleared. Kovacic on the edge of the area. That's what this game's got. Something like that. Bobbling around on the edge of the area. Breaks out to Kovacic, who just drills it in the bottom corner. That's how we win this game. Or we nearly got a fucking goal from a cross that I've been so annoyed by all game, and it was Ruben Diaz who nods it goal bound. It's straight at Ramsdale, to be honest. Very savable, but still, finally across. I still don't agree with the angle of these crosses coming in like that, but at least it's on the head of a City player this time. And it was Harwood Bellis who was challenging Ruben Diaz, and Ramsdale just nods it out for another corner. They're going to kick it out for corners all day long because they know we've got no threat from corners. We've got Savinho coming over to take this one. Can he deliver one that's actually got some accuracy to it? Marmoush is on the pitch. He's snuck on, so you can forget the Kovacic goal. It's Marmoush who pokes it goal bound. And it's going to be another corner. Marmoush nearly makes it 1-0. And it was Kovacic who came off. That substitution was a bit sneaky from Pep. Bit of an espionage substitution there. Stealth sub. Marmoush brings it down and he just toe bungs it towards the bottom corner. And I think it was going in there, but it was blocked on the line by, I think, Jack Stevens. But it's another corner. And it's going to be Kevin De Bruyne to see his corner cleared, probably. Haaland at the back post. The delivery from De Bruyne today has been absolutely shocking. Haaland had to come about 10 yards out from the edge, from the 6-yard box then, to keep it alive. What is up with him today? There's no, whip to it at all. They're just horrible crosses. That are just this big looping cross that's just like, fucking hell, man. What am I going to do with that? All Haaland can do in that situation, or any of them can do, is nod it back. Doku. Lays it into Vardiol. Right foot Vardiol. It's broken to De Bruyne. De Bruyne! And it's cleared off the edge of the 6-yard box. I'd rather see him shooting, because his crossing has been absolutely dire in this game. But we're smelling something here, City. And the cross is just... fucking hell, man. What are we doing? Everton are beating Fulham away. We've got to go to Fulham, last game of the season, so it's good to see that Everton can go there and put 3 past them. So hopefully we can do the same. Akanji, De Bruyne. Do you reckon we're winning this? I just feel like something could happen here. There's a chance. There's going to be a big chance here before the end of the game. Plays it back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne shot near post. Straight into the hands of Ramsdale. Not much faith. I don't really blame you. I feel like there's going to be a big chance. I think there's going to be a big chance, but I'm not sure it's going to be taken. But not much belief. Well, I've got a bit of belief. We have been on good form, mate. We have been on good form. And I mean, this is still not a loss as long as we don't concede. If we concede, then Jesus Christ. That is worrying. That will be worrying. But Doku's beaten his man, and then he's absolutely taken out. Are you going to get the card out or what, you knob? I'd love it, mate. I would absolutely love it. Nah, it's not worrying. It's disappointing. The players made a decision. I don't think it's worrying. It would be worrying if there was rumours that City don't want to sign Wirtz. That would be worrying. We wanted him. The player said no. He wants to stay in Germany. He's German. I don't think we should be offended by that. He's a German lad. He wants to stay in Germany. Bayern Munich. It's a big pulling factor. He gets to stay in Germany as a German national. I think we need to get over it. I think it's fine, and I kind of expected it, in all honesty, because he does seem very patriotic, doesn't he?
Oh, it's just bobbling around. I didn't know I didn't have any words for what was happening, but it was just bobbling around in the 6-yard box. I was just hoping it was going to turn into a goal, but it didn't. Doku. It's giving away a free kick, man. Fucking hell. Jammy jam jam. Joke that it's 0-0. It's been a poor performance. And do you know what? I think we were poor against Wolves, actually. We beat Wolves. And I still think it was a flat performance against Wolves. Even though we won, I think the result papered over the performance's cracks, in all honesty. But I don't care about performances at this stage of the season. I care about results, because if we go and win this 1-0, no one's going to give a shit how we played. Because I just want to win the game. But you're right, long term, what is Ruben Diaz doing there? He just kicked it into his own hand. And luckily the referee's shit and he didn't see it. But yeah, no, it's not ideal. They're coming forward again. Akanji, mate, how have you not taken that? Southampton are coming forward here with seconds before stoppage time. Savinho steps in. Nico, right, opportunity, get forward. How many minutes are we adding on for stoppage time here? Seven minutes. 7 Minuten for Manchester City. One more big chance. Surely. Big chance in the game. Just got to take it, man. Oh, just trying to force it too much. Breaks to Marmoush. Marmoush shot! Off the fucking bar! There's the chance. That's the one. That was the one. Oh, corner ball. Marmoush. Mate. He smashes it off the crossbar. That's the one. That's the one. You're hoping for one more. There's still plenty of time with 7 minutes to go. Well, 6 now, pretty much. But fucking hell, man. Off the bar. Marmoush. Haaland and Marmoush on the pitch together as well, which is good to see. I want to see more of that in the future, please. But De Bruyne's cross from a corner. It's up, it's at the near post and still cleared, but it was better than we've seen from Kevin De Bruyne so far in this game. Ederson's on the halfway line. Everyone back for Southampton. Bernardo Silva coming forward. Ruben Diaz getting into a little pocket of space where he just does not want to be there. Savinho to the byline. The cross is blocked and it's a corner ball, man. What just happened there? We took a quick corner and looked like we nearly gave it away then with Savinho. But we've still got it, thankfully. De Bruyne coming forward. Whips it in. Haaland with the header. Wide. Big up, William, mate. Thanks for the super chat, mate. It's got something in my eye. Happy to see people are not overreacting to a team we have struggled against the last years. We are bottling top 5 and sack Pep seems totally reasonable. Is that sarcasm? I presume that's sarcasm. Are you being serious? You think we're bottling top 5 sack Pep seems totally reasonable? I think you're being sarcastic there, mate. Surely. Happy to see people not overreacting. I'm sensing the sarcasm. It's hard to read sarcasm. But you're right. Yes, never understand it. You better send me another super chat, mate, so I understand it more thoroughly. No. Don't, mate. I'm joking. But nah, man. Small Bone is coming on. Small Bone. It's an unfortunate name. Small Bone is coming on for Southampton. What would you rather be called? Small Bone or Large Penis? Because neither are really good when you think about it. Because being called Large Penis, have you got a large penis or are you a large penis? It's better than Smallbone, probably just. But neither are great, in all honesty. But Smallbone, man. That's an actual name, in fairness to him. Large Penis is not a name. Marmouche is running away with it here. Go on, mate. Oh, he's broken! Nico! Nico! Oh, no! Get in there, Savinho. What are you pussying about for there, man? Fucking tackle him. Why did he back away from that? Fuck's sake. Marmouche with speed down that left wing then, just turning Southampton inside out. It broke to Nico O'Reilly and just couldn't bring it under his spell, man. Fucking hell. Yeah. Feels like it, man. 4 minutes gone, 3 minutes to go. This has got 0-0 written all over it. Ruben Diaz keeps it alive, gets into De Bruyne, who pokes a strange ball to Doku, who might keep it alive and falls over. As much as Doku falling over is like wasn't ideal, the ball from De Bruyne, man. He's been so poor today, Kevin De Bruyne. And I tell you what, there's a foul on Nico O'Reilly in there. There really is. There's a foul on Nico O'Reilly. The referee's waving play on it, isn't he? We've had VAR's not got involved in anything today. And normally, like, you see something, don't you? Something. But they're playing on. That was an opportunity for VAR to get involved. It looked like Nico O'Reilly then was clipped. Or did he kick the Southampton player's leg? Maybe. You could say that. But I don't know. I'm clutching at straws a little bit here. This is what I mean. I'm claiming for a fucking penalty that probably isn't a penalty. Because I'm desperate. Tell you what, Smallbone's got it. He can piss off him and his Smallbone, and he's sent. They're away. Edison saves it. Oh my God, man. And it's offside. It's offside anyway. Fucking hell, because I thought we'd have another corner to defend as well. Not sure he was offside, actually. Bernardo Silva was pretty deep then. Good save from Edison, though. It's a bit flappy, but still kept it out. Man, we ain't winning anything if we play like this. Players are not willing to push forward. Savinho doesn't deliver when needed. Set pieces are shite. Set pieces are absolutely shite, mate. I agree with you there. Savinho's not really been on the pitch long enough to deliver. I feel it's a bit harsh picking on him in this game. I think we should be calling out players like Kevin De Bruyne in this game, in all honesty. Because I feel like he has not delivered in this game. He normally does deliver, De Bruyne, doesn't he? But Doku's cross, Haaland keeps it's the same shit again. Back post cross. This is going to finish 0-0. Oh, man. Let's call him Shampoo. Nah, mate. Top four's not gone. You got to look at the other fixtures. You got to look at the other fixtures. The fact that Chelsea and Newcastle are playing each other is a saviour. Edison at the back there had to be on his toes. If you don't get this forward quickly, mate, he's going to blow his whistle. Why are you taking your time, Edison? He's going to blow his whistle. Why are we dilly-dallying with it? Get it fucking forward, lads. De Bruyne just lumps it forward, one for Haaland, and it nearly comes off. It nearly comes off, and Haaland arguably could have done a bit better with that. But he's offside, so it doesn't matter. Offside. That will be that. I'm going to call it half-time, full-time now, actually. Because that was crap. Ramsdale boots it. There goes the full-time whistle. No, it doesn't. There it does. That's that. What a bag of shit that was. What a boring game. And I mean, I don't think we can be blamed for it being boring. I think Southampton are the reasons it was boring. It's just a very frustrating game to watch if you're a City fan. You can put positive spins on it and say, I'm glad we didn't lose. There was zero attacks, really, to think about from Southampton. There was very little threat from them throughout that game. They came with a game plan, and it was to get their 12th point of the season. And they got it. You know? They got it. And to not beat this Southampton side, the form that they've been in this season is... I don't want to go too harsh, man, because I think embarrassing is a harsh word. Because I don't think it has been embarrassing. Because I think there's just been too many players on that pitch that let the side down with their quality today. You know? I really believe that there's a lot of the fault, that the blame needs to land at the doorstep of the man on his way out of the football club for me. And Kevin De Bruyne today has just had a stinker. He's had a real stinker. You know, and I mean, the super chat in the previous super chat from QWERTY, I think it was, about the set pieces. Yes, it's been shite. Absolutely shite. Gramsy, mate. Big up to you, mate. Ston only had 2 clean sheets. Oh, Southampton only had 2 clean sheets in their last 47 What? Yeah, that does become a bit embarrassing, actually, now. The word embarrassing creeps into my vocabulary when you bring in a stat like that. That's not good reading at all. 2 clean sheets in 47. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks, that was. What a crap game of football. What a crap game of football. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. That's why I'm not that bothered. I'm not ranting and raving because I still believe that we'll get in the top 5. My disappointment comes from the fact that I wanted to catch Arsenal. You know, I really felt like we could do it. And technically we still can. The chances of that have become incredibly slim with time running out. I think if there was like 4 or 5 games to go, like beyond the games that we've already got, I still think we would catch them eventually. But we've run out of time. There's no time left. Unfortunately, every season has 38 games to play in it. And we have 2 left, of which is Bournemouth and the ham that is full. So, Bournemouth's going to be a tough game because they turned over Arsenal at the Emirates. Don't forget, that's going to be a fucking tough game. Tuesday night, you're hoping City turn up because it's a game that you're hoping that the home advantage can play its part. But we turned over Bournemouth away at the Vitality Stadium in the FA Cup, and it was a great performance. But I'm looking back at the performance that they showed, and Dean Howson getting that goal from a set piece for Bournemouth against Arsenal the other week to turn the game. They went 1-0 up as well, didn't they? Pretty sure it was Declan Rice who gave him the lead, and then was it Evan Nielsen with a dubious equaliser, and then Dean Howson to make it 2-1, if memory serves me. And then I felt like they deserved to win as well. You could say Arsenal were like one eye on the Champions League, and I think that's true. They did make changes, but still, it was a strong enough side out to beat Bournemouth, you'd expect, from Arsenal's perspective. But it makes me worried, because if we don't win that game now, we could be looking in trouble. And we could be going into the final game of the season needing to win, and maybe depending on other results going our way, which is a nightmare situation. But ultimately, if it's still in our hands, then you can't really write off top 5 yet, can you? You can't say there's no way we're winning top 5 if it's still in our hands. Now, and I still think it is in our hands. Yeah, it is, because even if Forest win their game in hand, who are in 6th, they go to 64 points. So it's still in our hands. We just have to win both our games. We're done. We're in. We're in the Champions League next year. Any sort of drop points from Forest, who played Chelsea last game of the season, which makes me think we should still do it. You know, we should still do it because someone has to drop points. Chelsea and Forest, and Chelsea and Newcastle. Chelsea versus Newcastle tomorrow, and then at the final game of the season, it's Chelsea versus Forest. So the fact that these guys are playing each other has been a godsend for Manchester City. Thank fuck for that. Because if they were playing some minnows, you know what I mean? If they were playing Southampton or something like that, I'd be very worried. Very, very worried. But thankfully, the fixtures are very much in our favour here. But, I mean, even so, mate, not great. It's an ugly position to finish in. But Champions League football, mate, if we can just get over the line, get ourselves Champions League football, we need to wind our necks in, me included, because I'm very much of the mind that I thought we might be able to sneak it into second place here, because I would have loved to have overtaken Arsenal, because that would have been hilarious. And that's what I'm most disappointed about, in all honesty. But I think finishing 5th, it's disappointing. It's not great, but it's Champions League football. I actually think we're going to finish 3rd. I still think we're going to finish 3rd now. I still think we're going to do it. We're going to win. It depends on the Newcastle game, doesn't it, of course? You're hoping for a draw. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. Keeps us 3rd. But yeah, ultimately, it was a really, really disappointing game of football to watch from any point of view, really. I mean, even if I was a Southampton fan, you're probably going home very happy with the fact that you've not lost. But I mean, it's like, fucking hell, man. You did absolutely zero attacking. There's nothing to get excited about from a Southampton fan. It was just bite your nails stuff, like hanging on, come on, like just like defend, and like we weren't exactly knocking on their door aggressively, were we? They were like, I wouldn't quite say comfortable, but content. Do you know what I mean? I felt like they were quite safe for the majority of the game, but they had to work hard to be safe, and they had a good defensive shape, and we just couldn't break them down. And it was a very disappointing attacking performance from Manchester City against a side that's been unfortunately highlighted to me that have kept 2 clean sheets in 47 bloody games. Bollocks, man. Bollocks. They are disrespecting the fans. Unacceptable. Who's disrespecting the fans? Vasco. This is not me getting confused again. Asking for another super chat to re-explain yourself. You mean the team are disrespecting the fans? I don't think they are. Pep, they did go over at the end, and Pep was like making sure, go over, lads, applaud the fans. I don't think they are. I don't think they're disrespecting the fans. I think that's, you know. No, I don't think they are. I know what you mean. It's disappointing to be a fan, but that's... I don't think they're disrespecting us. That's a harsh choice of words. Disappointing the fans is true. They're disappointing the fans. Disrespecting, I don't think they mean to do it. You know what I mean? They're not like, fuck the fans. Fuck them. We'll play shit today. No, they're not doing that. They wanted to win this game. It was just a very poor quality performance. You know, and I'm not blaming it entirely on Kevin De Bruyne, but he's got to take a big portion of the blame, Kevin De Bruyne, because he had so much of the ball in this game. And the deliveries into the box. In fact, I'm going to check it now, just super, super quickly. Might be able to do it on this screen here, actually. Be a bit quicker. Or will it? Probably not, actually. Because I would love to know the amount of crosses from Kevin De Bruyne in this game. I would love to know. How many times did he actually put that ball into the box from a cross? Because it's been incredibly disappointing to watch. The website's broken, so it's not even working. I'll have to go to my phone to see if that fixes it. Bear with me. Bear with me. Having a mare, this. Turn that game off. Right, De Bruyne. He's got a rating on SofaScore of 8.5, Kevin De Bruyne. 18 crosses. 6 accurate. I'm surprised at 6, to be honest. I think 3 of them were Akanji's head. 6 accurate crosses, but 18 crosses. The amount of crosses is unbelievable. I'd love to look at the actual total from the team. How many times we crossed the ball today. Because it felt like we were just constantly crossing that ball. And the accuracy of them was just nowhere to be seen. Where's the fucking crosses gone? Can't even see the crosses. Crosses, there you go. 44! We crossed the ball today 44 times. 10 of them were accurate. 6 of them were Kevin De Bruyne. So maybe I need to be looking at the other people crossing the ball as just as much, to be honest. It's just, it felt like Kevin De Bruyne was nearly half of those crosses with 18. You know, it was a big portion of that 44. That's what I'm talking about, man. It was so bad. I've got the wrong mouse here. I've got two mice. Mouses is... Can't believe I didn't know the plural of curses. That's the best moment of the game, that. The best moment of the game where I didn't know what the plural of the word curse was. Literally the best moment of the game. The most entertainment the chat got from the whole game. Jonny doesn't know. Curses. Big up QWERTY, mate. Thanks for the super chat. Dude, we drew to a team from bottom. Even small clubs like United destroyed Southampton. Hope you understand why I am freaking shouting. Need 5th place. No, I understand why you're annoyed, mate. I fully understand why you're annoyed. I think it's an incredibly disappointing result. It really, really is. I just feel like we are still going to do it. I don't want to get too panicky. I certainly don't want to be saying things like what you said before, like Pep out. I don't want to get too, knee-jerk reactions to a result like this. It's not a great result. It's an ugly result. Disappointing. But yeah, there's clearly still so much work to do, man. So much work to do. Big up, Andrew. Thank you for the kind donation. Really appreciate that, mate. Pep's tactics are becoming outdated. I think he needs to be bold enough to give players like Echeverri a chance. This over-reliance on these uncles is bad. A big change is needed next season. These uncles have been saving us in recent weeks. And, the second it turns into a bad result where we draw 0-0, it's kind of like what it is like to be a football fan, isn't it, really? And it seems to be that's what we are as a fan base now. We seem to have a set of fans that want to be quiet when we win. They don't have much to say when we're winning. And then when we lose or drop points in a manner that we shouldn't be dropping points, like today we should absolutely be winning this game, they pipe up. They really let everyone know Pep's got to go. The old guys have got to go. But when Kovacic, being the old guy, is scoring goals for us, and Bernardo Silva scored a goal for us the other week and played well, with De Bruyne and with Gundogan, those 4 have been starting most games in the recent period of time where we've been winning most of our games. So yeah, long term, this is not me saying next season keep them. No, you're 100% right. I think De Bruyne is going. Clearly, he's on his way. He's gone. Kovacic for me stays. Gundogan for me needs to become a bit part player. I think we should be seeing him coming on for games with 10 minutes to go next season, and that's best case scenario for Gundogan. That's being maybe introduce him into the coaching side of things. Get Gundogan involved with coaching conversations, because we know he's done that already. But Gundogan playing the amount of minutes that he's played this season, that can't happen next season, no way. And I think Bernardo Silva needs to become a little bit more of a 50-50 player rather than getting every game, basically, playing every game. So there's plenty of things I agree with in there, the older guys, for next season, but I think there's a bit too much disrespect towards them this season, even though they've been poor. But this period of time, let's talk on the facts that they've played well in recent weeks. Before that, Christmas time and in the end of 2024, it was shit. Yeah, I agree, man. They were shit. Really, really poor. But be fair to the fact that they were good in this period of time since the end of February through March, April. There were some good performances from these guys, I really believe that there was. I think Kovacic in particular was a standout performer, and he's considered one of the older guys, even though he's probably one of the youngest older guys, if that makes sense. But I know what you're saying, mate. People want to see Echeverri. We're going off the limited football we've seen of Echeverri in youth football. Do you know what I mean? Playing at a very different level to Premier League football. And we have to trust Pep to bring him in at a speed that, we saw what he did with Foden. He didn't throw Foden in straight away. He bedded him in slowly but surely and then let him blossom into a player. And now Foden's on the decline. But still, I think he will be slowly pushed into this side. I think we'll see more of Echeverri next season. And I get why people are disappointed. There is a lot of hype around Echeverri. And I'm excited to see him. I can't wait to see him start. But we have to trust the judgment of Pep at this point, because I don't see why we shouldn't be trusting a man that has won us a treble 4 in a row, 100 points, blah 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 blah. That's how it feels from the fans that show Pep Guardiola the disrespect this season. It feels like Blah, blah, blah. 100 points, so what? Treble, so what? Do you understand what that is? Like, what he's achieved? And as much as that's looking backwards, why would you say that the guy's not capable of repeating some of that success again? In the next 2 years as Manchester City manager, why would you suggest going off the very, very recent history? We've had one bad season in almost a decade of success. And we have one bad season and we turn our back on him. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But yeah, I get the frustration, man. I get the frustration. I get why people are disappointed. And I'm with you in the disappointment, man. This season's been an absolute shit show, in all honesty, hasn't it? It really has. But big up to everyone that tuned in to the Watchalong. Disappointing. That is true. That right there is very true. I also think, this is not me defending. Pep's not indefensible. Pep needs criticising every now and again, because I defend Pep all the time. And I think a lot of City fans are with me in the defence of Pep Guardiola. But that doesn't mean he can't get it wrong. And getting it wrong doesn't therefore mean he should be sacked. Do you know what I mean? There has to be some middle ground here. And common sense needs to be applied. The guy's clearly a genius. And he's just, you're not a genius every day. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have bad times as a human being. It's perfectly normal. The guy's going through shit as well, don't forget. And the fact that he needs a vacation, as Fulani has pointed out there, couldn't agree more. I think the guy needs some time away. And the sad news is he's not going to get any. He's got to go to the FIFA Club World Cup. He's going to get like a week off at best. That's it. Disappointing. And I feel for him. I feel sorry for him. I really do. But yeah, I think the good news is he recognised that he got it wrong, because he brought on Doku at half time, and it made us a bit more of a threat, a bit more of a threat. We were getting to the byline and we created one genuine opportunity from a byline cross that was cut back to Bernardo Silva. Shot looked like it was going into, I think it was going into the bottom corner. And was it Jack Stevens or Bednarek who cleared it off the line? That was arguably the best moment of the game, the best chance of the game. And then the Marmoush one off the bar as well. Marmoush coming on as well at the end of the game seemed to change a lot of the game. And he bursting down the left wing and then striking one off the crossbar as well was really good. Made a bit of an impact, but too little too late, really. I think Savinho came on and did nothing. Nico O'Reilly arguably did nothing as well. Like little moments here from Nico O'Reilly. He could have scored with his first touch, actually. That was a good moment from Haaland as well, where he chopped it back and squared it on to O'Reilly, and then Savinho who was behind him, wasn't it? And couldn't get on the end of it, but disappointing result, really, really disappointing result. Yeah, now it's time to go and watch Bournemouth and is Villa, isn't it? Pretty sure it's Villa. Pretty sure it is. And tomorrow, the big games tomorrow, aren't there, man? Fucking hell, yeah, Bournemouth, Villa. So that's the game that obviously matters to City. We want Bournemouth to do us a favour there. And then Newcastle, Chelsea tomorrow kicks off 12 o'clock UK time. Buzzing for that game, because, I mean, someone's getting disappointed. And then Forest versus Leicester, that's the one they're going to win. So they're going to close the gap to 1 point to City Forest by tomorrow night. Almost certainly. And of course, then at the end of the afternoon, Arsenal go away to Liverpool, which will be interesting to see. Because, I mean, if they lose, we've gained a point on Arsenal. And we still could finish above Arsenal. So who knows? In the space of 24 hours, we could be talking about a totally different circumstance where Manchester City have actually gained a point on Arsenal. And if Chelsea or Newcastle, or they draw, we've not gained any ground, but we've not been caught by any, they've not gained ground on us. And obviously Forest are almost certainly going to win because it's Leicester. But we were most certainly going to win because it was Southampton. Don't forget. But it is at the City ground, so you expect them to win. Just answer, why didn't he bring Núñez? Because he went for a different system. I think he should have started Núñez. I agree with that. If you're talking about starting Núñez, yeah. But in terms of bringing him on, he brought on Nico O'Reilly instead, didn't he? And played him through the middle and sort of went for a three at the back with Bernardo Silva sort of drifting over to the right back position occasionally, should we need to, in defence, but then more often than not tucking into that Rico position into defensive midfield, and that fluid position that Rico Lewis tends to play in midfield, where he's in and out of right back and centre midfield, and it couldn't affect the game today. And Rico Lewis had a lot of opportunity in the first half down the right hand side, I felt like, and he was very wasteful. I thought very wasteful. McAtee was incredibly wasteful, just as wasteful. His crosses into the box were poor today. But really disappointing result, man. Really, really disappointing. Really disappointing. Oh, but I reckon we will finish in the top 5. I reckon... I can't say about the FA Cup. I think it's 50-50, man. It's so hard to call. This FA Cup final is going to be a nail biter. It's going to be so nerve-wracking, that FA Cup final, because, I mean, the season pretty much hinges on it, doesn't it, in terms of whether we can call it a success or not. But if we can bag ourselves an FA Cup and get Champions League football, I think we can just, dust ourselves down, come back next season with some transfers under our belt, big players signed, obviously not Wirtz, but still come back bigger, better, stronger, win the league next year. I think we can. I really believe that. But Blues, thank you very much for tuning into the stream. Massively appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. We're nearly at 800 likes, and massively appreciate you hitting that like button if you could on your way out, because we could get to 800 likes. But yeah, big up to all of you. Thank you very much for your support on the channel and for supporting Manchester City, of course. Take care, Blues, and I'll see you in the next one.